Oh yeah, I gotta turn on the lights. I always forget to turn on the lights. I sit in the dark instead. Yeah, I should probably also turn on the camera. Hello everybody, what's up? It's me, Stream Tom. Today is the next day of the Path of Exile Gauntlet. For those of you that missed out on what happened yesterday, let me just load it up here so you guys can see it. Just put that there. I'm missing a character. Oh, I didn't copy it. Okay, here we go. For those of you that missed out, I just want to make sure we're all clear. So, actually, I'll do this. I'll move me over. So, for those that missed out, this was yesterday. This is how we were doing yesterday. I finished all the acts. I beat Katava, the final boss. It took me a while. I was getting into maps. I ate a McRib, and then... Dude, my guy doesn't have as much health as the Essence monsters here. Boom. Just instantly. Monsters here. And pop. Much health as the Essence monsters here. And pop. Pop. Full life, 0. Full life, 0. Full life, 0. Ah, the old get hit by a single attack and die. Now, what happened here, for those that don't know Path of Exile that well, is that this guy right here is a corpse devourer, and he just devoured this corpse, which means he's empowered, which I should have been paying attention to. When they're empowered, they spit out these like balls that do a lot of damage. However, there were 2 extra projectiles because the game gives 2 extra projectiles, and there's also extra projectiles on this creature, so it had 5 projectiles. So what you can see here is that, oopsie, I should use the spacebar for this. But what you can see is that right before it hits the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are right here, and it just, they all hit at the exact same time, and boop, and it was great. So that's what happened to me. That was last night. So it's because I was feeling pretty good. It's funny. When I was doing my practice runs, I also died in the same map. Also, to give context for this, dude, my guy... When I said my guy, I don't actually mean my character. I meant Malagaro. Because this is the boss that I just killed. And this is just a random monster in the map. That is way more dangerous than the actual boss. And... pop goes the weasel. So, it was a good moment. You can also see it on my face, too, if you just watch. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Where I was like, and then I was like, you can feel the pain coursing through my body. It had extra projectiles. See, there's the realization. Ah, it's so good. Monsters here. Weeping essence of suffering, true. It had extra projectiles. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. It was funny. It was a funny moment. It's a funny moment. Anyway, so we have an assassin now. So this is the new character. This is Strimtom Assassin. Well, it's not an assassin yet, but it will be. And the idea here is to be an assassin and assassinate things. I'm just going to go... Pew, pew, pew. I actually wasn't planning on playing an archer, and I'm not going to be playing an archer. But I just happen to have all these cool archer uniques that I picked up while I was leveling. So I'm like, why not you keep them? And we're going to be moving on, continuing through the old campaign for now. And hopefully it goes pretty well, but we will see. Starting over? Oh, yeah. That happens when you die. You got to keep going. Especially because, like I said, it's an event. So there's, like, people competing, and there's prizes, and there's things you can... There's, like, money on the line. And so I'm like, you know what? I really want to get something. I want to go somewhere. I want to be somebody.
Level 39? Weren't you level 77? Going back down for more practice?
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. You can never give up on practice. You know, people talk about how, they get successful. You know how you get successful? By practicing. You got to grind. You got to really work at it every day. You got to hone your craft. And how do you hone your craft? With practice. That's what you do. Fact. So that's what we're doing here. I'm honing my craft through practice. That's right. And so we're just practicing. That's it. That's all it is. Just some good old healthy practice. I could go back to play my higher level character on standard outside of the event because I died. But you know what? We're gonna keep going again. Get that practice in. Really work at it. So instead, we're playing an archer right now, at least for the moment. I'm not gonna stay on this forever. I just need to get a good claw, and then I can move into the cast on crit setup. But I don't have a claw. So, you know, that's the other problem. I don't need a really good claw, but it's going to take me a little while to farm it. I should be able to farm out a reasonable claw in Act 5, which is probably where I would make the transition in the area before Innocence, because there's lots of blue monsters, and I have a fantastic item. It's called Bisco's Collar. What it does is it makes it so that monsters that are magic, so they're blue, have a lot higher item rarity, so they drop way more items. And it also makes it so the monsters that are, like, unenchanted, the regular monsters, the normal monsters, drop more items in general. As a result, it means that the character ends up picking up way more stuff. And so farming out areas like that where I can guarantee a lot of, like, rare monster spawns and magic monster spawns is really good. I am extremely lost. Where am I going? Oh, there's the bosses here, so that's good. Goodbye, jerks. And so that's the idea here, is I'm going to be running around with some stuff, doing some farming, leveling up, hopefully getting some good progress today. As I said before, if I don't make any good progress today, it'll be back to business as usual on Monday. So if my character dies before the end of the day today, I'm probably not going to be playing the league anymore. Even though, like, I am having fun. You know, if I can't make it through the acts again, it's probably not the best idea for me to keep going. But again, we'll see. I'm gonna try my best. Hopefully do well today, and hopefully things will be very good. Also, I didn't turn on the tree behind me, which I should have. I'm gonna have to do that later. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. It's a beautiful day outside. By beautiful, I mean cold and windy, which means it's the perfect day for staying inside and playing video games. One of the best parts about living in Canada in the wintertime is it's the perfect justification for not going outside and doing anything active or with other people, because it's like, you want to go do something? It's like, nah, it's cold, and no one questions you. They're like, oh yeah, true, it is cold. This is an alt. I died last night. It was a good time. I have yield clip, maybe. Oh, hold on, I can't get the clip. One sec. Oh god, it's not working. Oh god, please clip. Go. I really should make a command for that, but whatever. We're already here. But yeah, this character unfortunately died. My first character died. So we're on this one, and hopefully it works a little bit better. It's definitely faster, which is important. So I can go at, like, literally triple the speed. The first character could not really kill effectively anything, and so it's a really slow process. This character kills everything, so it is not a slow process. And it can teleport with archery. Also, rarity or high. Yeah, I'll take rarity, I guess. I'm also running a lot of item rarity on this character, which allows me to find better gear. In theory, I haven't, but in theory, I could. That's what happens when you eat McRibs. True. I got the McRib and it slowed me down. I actually do think that was a legitimate problem, where the McRib actually slowed my brain down. It literally caused me to process things slower.
Hey Mr. Strim, might I suggest that you not run core this time? Okay, sissy feels weak, man feels weak, man feels weak, man feels weak, man.
Yeah, I probably won't run core this time. That's true. It's a good idea. Because core was bad. Core is where I died. So it's a good idea to avoid running that map. Do you have to kill Gravicious? I don't remember. He has so many hit points. Die, Gravicious. Or killed your character twice? It did. Or killed my character twice. It's a good idea to avoid running it. Again, I'm not against avoiding running core. Please understand. I think doing things for my own sense of self-preservation is a good idea.
I fought for God.
There you go. He's dead. I actually don't know if I need to kill that guy, but I did. I also don't know when I'm going to do the labyrinth either. I can probably do it sooner rather than later, but I don't know if I need it necessarily.
Hey Strim.
Hey.
Might I suggest you run core this time as well, because you can never skip out on practice.
You know, true. I do need to do the practice. You know, I died in the map because I didn't have enough practice, so maybe I just need to try it again and get a little bit more practice, and then that'll work even better for me. That's honestly probably a good move. Get a little bit more practice. Oh, that guy frees me? That sucks. The mana costs are so high, dude. I'm supposed to have, like, pretty good mana leech, but I don't. I should get the thing that makes 10% of my leech instant. That's a good idea.
What was better, the McRib or the McCall?
The McCore, honestly. I'd rather do the core map again than eat another McRib. It was not a great sandwich. Again, I'm not upset that I ate the McRib, okay? The McRib was worthy to eat because I got to have an experience out of it, and it was good content. But, yeah, I wouldn't do it again. Well, at least I wouldn't buy it again. If somebody gave me one and was like, yo, I got 2 McRibs, or they gave me an extra one in the bag, do you want the other one? Like, yeah, okay. Again, I don't really have a lot of good self-preservation instincts, so I wouldn't really complain too much about that. But, not everybody is like me. Oh god, go away, Cole. You know what? I'll just kill this guy. Get out of here. Beautiful. Exactly. If it didn't have any cost attached to it, is it really that expensive? Is it really that bad? Everything tastes better when it's free. Alright, let's move on. Level up. This guy's alive. Is there more monsters here? Yes. I'm trying to kill every single thing that I can because I just need a lot of resources. And so killing everything is kind of important for me. Like, so I'm killing everything, looting everything. Again, I'm just not the best at this game. Watching the professionals go and looking over some of the footage of the things that they did, it's really cool and amazing how fast some people are at this video game and how skilled they are. And man, am I not quite that. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. I also need to start taking life at some point soon because I haven't really taken any. I've just been like I'm just over leveled.
Just like this place.
Did he just say I was once off my tits for 3 days after taking a bad leaf drop? Wow. I didn't realize that's what the shadow said. That's hilarious. Go away, rage kill. I also like how I only do cold and lightning damage, and that monster was cold and lightning resistant. Very cool. Number 6, what happened? I gotta have a command for it. Because I don't have clips for every death, just certain ones. I gotta figure that out. Oh, thank you, Fairy. I should make a command. Get that sorted. Also, I'm like crazy tired. I don't know about you guys. I did not sleep that well. After stream, I had a bunch of stuff to do. So like, I turned it off. Not so much in a fit of rage, but in a fit of like, I need to stop playing this video game for a little bit because there's a lot of tension when you play hardcore. So I was like, yeah, I gotta turn the game off for a bit. And then I just ended up doing like a whole bunch of stuff. So it's not early night for me, unfortunately. So I am tired. It was less so the essence monster and more so the +2 projectiles. It was 2 extra projectiles on the map as a baseline, and then because everything has +2 projectiles, and then it was the extra projectiles on the map monster itself. Command maker? No, I'm the only one that makes commands. It's all me. I don't know what I would even call it or what the format would be. That's the other thing too. Not that that's hard information to figure out, but I just haven't thought about it at all. I was like, what do you call for? What's the call for the command? McRib? It's not really clear what that is. That's the hard part too, because then it's situational, because then you can't even identify like what it is. Realistically, the answer is to just have a big death spreadsheet, and then instead of having any of the commands available, you just go !deaths, and then all of them come up, and it's just like a big spreadsheet where you just click the one you want. Which is not mobile friendly at all, which is also a difficult part of it, but you know.
Time we saw the results.
Go away, Fighty. Go away. Go away. I don't have any flasks left. That's a problem.
Damn
Well,
you!
that was easy. And by easy, I mean I was silent because I was focusing. 3 out of 10? Yeah, it was 3 out of 10. The make rip? No, not the make rip. Fuck, that's really funny though. Yeah, it's 3 out of 10 on the scale of items that you can buy at McDonald's. Like in terms of all food, it's definitely lower than 3 out of 10. But in terms of food that you can purchase while at McDonald's, it's a 3 out of 10. There's definitely a lot better items at the McDonald's than the McRib.
Bring me back something.
And I genuinely can't recommend that to anybody. I can't even imagine who would want it. The only people who I can recommend the McRib to are people that have never eaten one and they want to know what it's like. Because you know what? It was a special experience. It was special for me. So, you know, I can say with good confidence that you know, there are people that could definitely go for the McRib and eat that. But that's about it. Like, if you've had one before and you're like, oh, I wonder if I should get one again. No, you shouldn't. And you don't need it.
Before the gates of the
Yep, you just, nope, you don't need it. It's not important. It's not good for you. Shouldn't.
Is a McRib as bad as olives?
I love olives. Shut your mouth. Olives are very good. Eat McRib every time I go to McDonald's? Yeah, me too. I only eat the McRib. I don't even get anything else. If I go in and they don't have a McRib, well, I complain straight to the manager. And then the manager's manager. Go away. Ooh, right, or unique item. Nice. Look at that. Use that. Also, I cannot use the Sundance unique boots, but I have them now, which is kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with my mana problem. I have, like, not enough mana, and I can, in theory, get a Mind Drinker and get some more mana just so I can, like, leech some more, but yeah, it's a current problem. I also should get a Ballista Totem set up, which would be good for this character, but I haven't gotten that sorted out either.
Rise to the occasion.
Bam. Oh, God. Yeah, the extra projectiles is really screwy. Oh my god, that almost kills me. Just that alone. I don't have a solution to that problem. This is terrifying. Again, this is the problem I have with every archer I've ever played, is that, like, Lightning Arrow, people are like, man, Lightning Arrow is so crazy, and I feel like I just don't do any damage. You know what I should do, though? I should put on more damage. I'm gonna get rid of the Biscos and get some more damage. That'll help it a little bit. It's really a good idea. Let's go. Nearby enemies being blind is also helpful because I have evasion. Get out of here, jerks. More critical chance will also help, which will be nice. Ooh, Heart of the Gargoyle. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of this, just generally, of Lightning Arrow. For the record, I've also tried following guides, and I just, like, follow the guide, and I just feel like I don't do as much damage as other, like, the guide that I'm looking at. I don't know what it is. I've just always found that Lightning Arrow feels underwhelming.
When the time comes,
I could probably use something else, but yeah,
strikes without hesitation. Some things to entertain doubt is to be awoken.
God, what is this guy saying? Oh wait, Izaro.
Commit to your course.
Die, please. And not 3 or 5. Well, yeah, but I can't get the extra projectiles. I'm gonna kill this thing, or else it's gonna kill me.
The loyal must be avenged.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Don't avenge the loyal. We're fine.
Dead
You're
by
fine.
loyalty. By the goddess. What ambition.
Okay, everything's good. Woo! You have precise
It is the
technique? I do
Emperor
not have
who
precise
sits
technique.
alone on his throne.
Precise technique's real far away. Rusty Spoon, Ruin Rusty Spoon is fantastic. I could get a Rusty Spoon. Not a bad idea. Okay, go over here, kill this. Oh god. Oh god. God. Okay. Okay. I don't like this at all. Oh, okay. This is just like 50 more levels? Yeah, basically. Okay, we're good. Everything is fine. Oh god, everything hurts. All right. Yeah, like I said, I don't plan on playing the Shadow as an archer long term, but it's just these are my best items that I have for the character so far, and so that's currently what we're doing. At some point, I'll swap into something else. But yeah, this has never been the intention is to play this character like this. It's mostly just because I have these things. I might swap off of Lightning Arrow. The reason I'm using the Lightning Arrow is because I got the Ross Reach, which increases the amount of damage I deal with it. Is there like a Transfigured Lightning Arrow? I don't even know. I also don't even know what Transfigured gem I should be trying to get here. Or if I should just like, I don't know, go for like Soul Rend or something. Banner of Electrocution. That does sound kind of good. Who doesn't like electrocuting people? Oh, it makes it so like it's explosive arrow, so you hit people with charges that then detonate? Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it does sound kind of neat. I don't know if it's good. Sounds neat, though. Oh, a Dark Shrine. Well, I'm already here. Might as well. When in Rome, baby. Scourger would be better. Yeah, probably. Almost everything would be better than what I'm doing, but
A
it's fine.
potent little gift from our primitive past.
Discover what lies within. It'd be cool if there was one that's like, I don't know, fucking ultra rare. You get all your ascendancy points. Go crazy. That'd be a good Dark Shrine passive. I don't have to do any of the other labyrinths. Nice and fast, nice and easy. I mean, I know why they don't do that, but they should. Oh, they should. Alright,
An
that's good.
aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor
Emperor
must keep. A
those
throne
promises.
is the most devious trap of them all. Receive your sentence.
Die, Azaro. At the very least, I have a lot of movement speed, and the Mirage Archer is constantly going off.
Honor your name. Triumphant at last. Before your emperor, you are worthy.
Anyway, we're good.
Before the goddess of justice, you are worthy.
Fine.
Receive our
Oh,
blessings,
God.
embrace our gifts, and rise ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
I mean, yeah, I could try to do the Blade Blast. I have another Lightning Arrow. Fuck it. Let's just whip it in here. Let's see what we get. Add 3 quality? Nah, let's go. We got Cremation of Volcano, Animate Weapon of Ranged Arms, and Detonate Dead, which is banned. Cool. Well, I've never used Cremation, so let's just take that. It's probably good. Cool. And then hello, Altar of Ascendancy. And we go Assassin. I don't need the Lightning Arrow. The Lightning Arrow is free. Because the only other option would be to go Saboteur with the other thing. But I guess I can just come back and do that if I ever want to. So we go Assassin. We grab Stable Infusion for the power charges. And we're good. So the idea is to get the power charges and stuff. So I get 1.5% base crit as well as all the extra power charge stuff. And it's a lot of crit. And then the character has like an infinite quantity. So I can do like all cast on crit by the time I do second lab, which is basically when I transition to cast on crit. And then later we get Mistwalker after that, which gives elusive on critical strike. So your character takes no extra damage from crit strikes. And because I'm a ranged, I'll have ranged stuff. It won't be a problem. And then lastly, you get opportunistic, where crit strikes cannot be reflected. And then you get more damage where there's at least one rare or unique enemy. And then reduce damage taken while there are 2 enemies. Rare unique enemies. So if there's 2 rares, I take 20% less damage, which should give me a reasonable amount of survivability. There's also the thought of ambush and assassinate, which is also quite good, but I think that for hardcore, opportunistic is way better. But there we go. So now I can get up to 5 power charges, which I'll basically always have just by running around. I'm also an assassin now, so I'm actually on the assassin leaderboard. And yeah. And so that gives me a lot of extra damage in theory. I mean, I actually have to hit stuff, so it's not like I have the damage yet, but it's fine. And also, I don't have the extreme hiccuped. Let me check. On my end, I'm good. So, I don't know about you. On my end, everything is fine. It's not an occultist. It's not an occultist, because my occultist went to the farm, you know? Well, the occultist. So now, we're at 50% crit chance, which is a little higher than before. Just a smidge. That's with the Ross Reach, which does not have that great crit chance in the first place. Okay, so that goes this way. Top 50 assassins? Nice! Top 50 assassins. I'd like to go top 1. That'd be kind of cool. But I need way more life. And damage. And everything, really. At some point, I'm going to have to swap into, like, Grace for defense and other things and stop using all the heralds, but we'll get there when we get there.
Whoever built this was desperately compensating for something.
82, damn, man. Yeah, the goal is to just be able to smash everything before it even becomes a problem. I'm, like, mildly worried about stuff like Dominus, because I'm bad at the video game, but, you know, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. The bridge that we will cross shall be crossed. Oh, nice. I like that. Make it to 75, your top 3? All right, so I have to just make it to 75 on the Gauntlet? Cool. Easy. God, it feels like the Mage Blood. I think I'm going to need inspiration for this if I'm going to keep running like this. Again, this is why I want to go cast on crit with the Claw and get the double Claw, because it gives an extra 6 mana per hit, which is a colossal amount of mana. Oh, my character? Oh, yeah. Everything the Shadow says is hilarious, by the way. Actually, most of the characters say a lot of good stuff, but the Shadow is the best. Double Claw, Twin Claw, Gemini Claw. It's a Mariketh item, and so to be able to use it, I need to, or to be able to get one, I gotta farm it in at least a level 36 zone. So I'm gonna farm out a Claw in the Chambers of Innocence. Because I don't need a lot of stats. I just need crit and attack speed. Which are really rare stats, and they're not easy to get, but it's also not impossible either. I just farm out a lot of claws. And alchem till I get crit and attack speed. I mean, I also like the Marauder quite a bit. Marauder's quite entertaining. where when you kill somebody with the Marauder, after they die, he just goes, and stay dead. It's like the first monster you encounter in the game is a zombie. So it makes sense that he'd be so angry, but I love it. It's just great. And stay dead. Something about the and stay dead line I find deeply entertaining. You can tell that man's seen some shit. Ooh, an amulet. I'm picking up a lot of uniques. That's weird. Also, I love the storyline behind this tower. So for those of you that don't know, you might be looking at the Chamber of Innocence, and it might look kind of strange. Because it's like, or not Chamber, the Scepter of God. It's all destroyed, and you're, fighting your way through a bunch of bad guys. But the whole point of this is you're supposed to be, like, trying to catch up to this bad guy, Dominus. So as you're fighting your way through this, you might make the connection that there's, like, something going on here. Why am I fighting random animals and monsters, and I'm not fighting, like, the soldiers that are at the top of the tower? There actually is an in-game explanation for that. The explanation being that the soldiers that work for Dominus and stuff are actually not strong enough to fight the creatures, and they were scared to fight the monsters. And so the solution to this problem was they actually built a separate set of scaffolding around the entire outside of the towers. That way they wouldn't have to deal with it. So when you get there, they actually raise the scaffolding so you can't enter, which is why you have to fight your way up the tower to actually get all the way upstairs. It's why when you actually get to the top, like around here, you can see like some of the construction they started doing going backwards, where they started putting machinery here so they can raise people in like this giant elevator. Just neat. Just one of those things. I'm gonna die to these bosses. Oh, probably. I'm so overleveled. It's amazing. Yeah, you can see like they got all the scaffolding and all the other stuff on the outside. And they have like a big bridge here with like a giant elevator.
I've dealt with far darker shadows than you, exile.
Wow. No one's dealt with a shadow as dark as me. My name is Dark Heart. I wonder how many people pick the shadow as the class because they're like, yeah, dude, I'm cool. I'm got my long black hair. That's what people who have a more emo style. That's how they talk. They talk about how cool they are with their long black hair. So in touch with other human beings.
Have you ever seen the true
Man, I'm
face
really
of
tired.
God, exile?
Funny because I had a gigantic cup, like gallon of coffee for breakfast.
Die.
I don't have a bleed flask, so I'm going to die to Dominus. I don't have a solution to that problem.
The touch of God. The touch of God. Die in awe.
I'm shocked. Okay, hold on. Let's go get a bleed flask so I don't die to Dominus. Bleeding flask, bleeding flask. Let's go get a bleeding flask. So can I use any of this? Move speed, rarity, fire res, attack speed. I mean, it's honestly not that bad. The main issue is it doesn't have life on it, and I kind of need life on my stuff. Because, yeah. It's honestly not even that bad, but I can't use it. This, chance to blind enemies with hits. Blind does not affect your light radius. Blind you inflict is reflected. Gain frenzy charge on hit while you are blinded. That's not good. This is a pretty reasonably rolled baited breath. Meh. Baited breath is actually a great unique for getting started. No, nah, not a zip zilch. Alright, let's get a flask.
You getting by?
I think I have something of bleeding, but I'm honestly not sure.
Bring me back something nice.
Died last night? Ooh, that's exciting. Alright. Anything that has bleed? Bleed. Oh, I have one bleeding flask. Cool. It's a large flask. Do I have anything for freeze? Freeze. Okay. So I have 1 freeze flask and 1 bleed flask. That's great. What's the biggest mana flask I can use? Sacred mana flask? I can probably get this for freezing. So we can probably just roll this until I get freezing. Oh my god! First try. Let's go. Perfect. And also I can replace these mana flasks as well. I wonder if I can get a mana flask that has like the overflow thing where it just keeps going. That would be great. Colossal mana flask. Yeah, it's probably the right one. Colossal. Yeah. I wonder how expensive that would be. It's like unending, I think. Corrupted blood. I probably should have kept that, but whatever. It's fine. Reduce curses. Shock immunity. Instant. Removes curses. Instant. No. Of shock. It recurs instantly at the end of the effect. Oh yeah, this one doesn't heal you until it's like does nothing until 5 seconds is done, and then it heals you for 581, which is not good. Okay, enduring colossal mana flask of grounding. That's the one we want to do. Here we go. So that one will just keep going. And now I have the bleed flask and the freeze flask, and everything is set up. All right.
This world is an illusion, exile.
Now I just have to hope I don't die. I might die, I don't know. Seems good so far. I'm definitely gonna have to town though, unfortunately. I need flash charges. I don't have enough life flash charges. There we go. He's dead.
It's funny, Your Grace. I always thought you'd be taller.
And then we go to the aqueduct. Yeah, I'm glad I've sorted out my flask, because having like an anti-freeze flask and all sorts of other stuff is great.
Working boat in sight. More walking and killing for me then.
Yep, true. All this water, no boats. Who needs boats? I mean, other than everybody. It's funny, because I actually have like a crazy amount of mana regeneration, and so the fact that I still run out of mana constantly is really funny to me. I have like mana leech, mana unkill, mana, like a bunch of flat mana regeneration. I took an effect that gives me even more mana regen. Since I'm already here, I might just take more mana, just so that it's easier for me to get through some of this stuff. But chugging potions also seems to work just fine. I don't know. You know, I should do though, since I'm like just running through the game and I'm leveling again. I should put the Biscos back on so I can get some more cool stuff. A bunch of rare monsters around here, and I don't really need the extra damage. Mm-hmm. Good. The mana shield thing? Oh, where like the shield goes there? No, that's just called an effect called Eldritch Battery. It's not unique to Occultist. Yep. It's just in the tree. I just don't have it. I could get Eldritch Battery, but the problem is I spend too much mana, basically, so it wouldn't be worth it. Like, this character is going to be using an effect called Cast on Critical Strike, so when I critically strike with one skill, it's going to cast another. That's the main idea here. And so the problem with doing the mana set, or the energy shield setup, is that I would have to be recovering my energy shield quick enough to sustain all the mana that I'm burning. And I'll have tons of mana leech and instant mana leech, but I won't have a ton of leech for energy shield. I could, but then I'd also have to have energy shield, whereas this way I don't have to. So I'm just going to be going off of mana. It's mostly just I've been prioritizing a bunch of other stuff instead. Yeah, the one that gives you Eldritch Battery that everybody likes to use is called the Deific Diadem. It's a very, very good helmet for a wide variety of reasons. And one of those things is that it gives you Eldritch Battery. There were no unique effect things. There's always been Keystone passes. One of the oldest Keystone passes in the game is this one right here called Avatar of Fire, which is deal no fire damage, but you get half of all damage converted to fire. Yeah, Keystones have always been there. Avatar Fire is one of the oldest effects in the entire game. Yeah, and Unwavering Stance. Cannot evade, cannot be stunned. Yeah, and Chaos Inoculation, which is up here. And then Eldritch Battery is just right next to it. There are new ones, like Wicked Ward here, which used to just be an occultist effect. After they added occultist, then it was too good, and they put it in the tree, and then no one used it. Or the Volpact used to be very different. Volpact just used to make Leech instant, and everyone took Volpact, and then they got rid of that. Versatile Combatant's relatively new. And Call to Arms is relatively new since the Warp Cry changes. Eternal Youth is relatively new. Divine Shield is also relatively new. Yeah, the Ascendancies. Yeah, Ascendancies were added when they added the 4th act. So when they added the 4th act, that's when they added the Ascendancies. Path of Exile, Awakening. Yep. And people still do Chaos Inoculation. I've thought about it for my build, if I'm being honest, because there are some good reasons to do it. The main issue is just getting actually enough Energy Shield. So low self-found Energy Shield acquisition is not an easy process.
I just killed an emperor. With a feather that size, I'm going to have to get a bigger cap.
True. Yeah, exactly. Ascendancy classes, they give you ways you can help determine aspects about your build. So you're not entirely reliant on like items and stuff. So you can be like, oh, I think that this method is actually better. I would like to scale this way, or I'd like to scale that way. So it gives you some flexibility in terms of how you end up scaling your character. But most skills can be used by most characters to a similar degree of effect. It just depends on the exact way in which you manage it. Like, for example, you could go crit Fireball with Assassin. You could go crit Fireball with Ascendant. You could go crit Fireball with a Ranger. You go crit Fireball with Inquisitor. Or you could go damage over time, Fireball with Assassin. Or damage over time, Fireball with, another character. So, like, there's a lot of flexibility in terms of how you want to play it. And just, it's a lot of the specifics. No. They have, like, a lot of unique effects. Keystones are trade-offs. So you get something good, and then you also usually get something bad. But the Ascendancies are all good. So, like, Assassin is, like, crit strikes. So it gets a bunch of stuff for crit strikes. Also poisons and damage over time with critical strikes. Then that's Assassin in a nutshell. Versus something like Juggernaut, which is defense, 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 defense. And it's just a thing you can guarantee about your character. Also, then that's on top of, like, where you start on the tree as well.
What is it, Exile?
So, because I'm playing as an assassin, like, I don't have to play as an assassin either. Like, I'm playing as a shadow, but I can play as a trickster instead. And by playing as a trickster, instead of getting, like, all this crit stuff, they get, like, movement speed, and they get energy shield, and they get scaling so that the more evasion they have, the more energy shield they get. The more energy shield they get, the more evasion they have. So it's, like, kind of this, like, circular thing where they, like, the more they get of one, the more they get of the other. I don't remember. How do you cast tornadoes? It's not mana forged arrows in the tornadoes. There's a way that people cast tornadoes for free, and I don't remember how that is. What that is. Is it cast on damage taken?
Our hopes are with you.
Oh, you cast on crit the tornado. I see. Got it.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
Cast the tornado on crit.
By the darkness. And I seem to be causing it a little indigestion.
Again, the Shadow's got some of the best voice lines. And then, yeah, each ascendancy can only, is obviously available only to one class. So when you pick your class, you're not just picking where you start on the tree, which is a very important decision, but you're also picking specifically where, how am I just missing? You're also picking your ascendancies. So they're both kind of together. Maybe running Tornado Cock, basically. Yeah, Cast on Death is not as helpful for me here. What a lot of people do with Cast on Death is Cast on Death Portal. So when you die, it drops a portal where you died, which can be very convenient for getting back to where you died. It's not as good for here, because when you die, you just look at the portal. But, you know, it is what it is.
Another good find.
Yeah, not great for hardcore. Yep. People have abbreviated Cast on Crit to cock. I believe I have it in my title of my live stream.
Someone or something is keeping very busy in the bowels of this mountain.
Okay. So I think I should not have leveled that up, that's for sure. I think I just need a little bit more mana. Because I wanted to go here and pick up all the extra life, but like I think I need just the smidgen more mana to help me out here. Especially the mana on kill. I mean, it is pretty wild. Get out of here, jerk. I think that if SSG actually does come back and make a bunch of the bow skills area of effect, that is going to be literally game-changing for range characters. Not even bow skills, just like the general range skills, which they were like proposing and looking at. If they make a bunch of those, like actually area of effect, it'd be sick. Scattershot being a thing where you shoot somebody and then they explode, dealing damage to everyone around them, is so much better than the current implementation of Scattershot, which is so ungodly bad. Oh my god, that'll be so amazing. Brand new tech. It's the future, man. The future. You press a button and you get an AoE attack. It is. Yeah, when you just get more and more and more projectiles. Again, what I'm doing, I'm just doing for leveling purposes. I don't plan on doing this, like, long term. Why is Hammerstorm always buffed by a ghost? He was buffed by a ghost in my first playthrough as well.
It's always comforting to witness an honest, permanent death.
Yeah. Yeah, it is comforting, I guess. Thanks, Mr. Shadow. Alrighty. No cock for leveling? No, not currently. I just don't have enough crit chance. When I transition to cast on crit is going to be
I do hope these constipated bowels don't find their release
oh god.
while I'm still
Yeah.
inside.
My cast on crit setup will change once I finish the second lab. Because the second lab gives me an extra 1.5% base crit, and that should give me enough crit that I can use whatever I want. But I gotta get there. Before then, if I try to cast on crit, I'm just going to fail. Because I won't have enough crit chance. So I'm going to attack guys, do nothing, and then die, because I don't cast any of my spells. So it is important, imperative even, that I get to that point first. So it's just going to be a little bit more leveling. But that's RNG, though. It's not really cast on crit. Like, if there was something that, like, if there was some more Path of Exile style customization in DDO, that'd be really crazy. But I also, like, understand why there's less. One, the game is already complex enough as it is, and a lot of people probably don't want to add more complexity to the game, looking at, like, general populace over when I think about that. And two, you know, small dev team. So putting in an entirely new interaction that the game was never designed for is kind of Probably not the easiest. So, yeah. It needs cast on crit. I mean, yeah. If there was a way, I remember if there's something where it's like in Eldritch Knight where, or even War Priest, where it's like, oh, when you attack monsters, you get stacks of, you know, whatever. And then, oh my god. See ya. That was insane. That was a lot of damage. I was not expecting that. Alright, good.
Go where you are needed.
Good. I'm not dead. Good. See? Yep. Oh no, I don't have a portal. I have to walk. Oh. I have to walk. It's not the end of the world.
Be careful.
But it's annoying. Let's add some complexity to that. Yeah. It's fine. I'm fast. But yeah. They do have attack to crit, but again, it's not like it stacks up. That would be nice. If there's something where you could stack up and cash out, that would be ideal. But they don't have anything like that. Here's scale in the ways that's interesting for MMO gameplay. No, it's not. And that's one of the reasons why they have deviated from that. It's like the whole reason why spell power and like melee power exist, because they're video game mechanics that allow you to, you know, have your characters still feel scalable and still feel separate and different. Because one of the problems with just like, you know, turning DDO into like, you know, an online game, or Dungeons & Dragons into an online game, especially an action game, is that spellcasters are still basically better than everything else. The only way spellcasters don't become better than everything else is if you actually limit them to spells per day, as opposed to a spell point system, at which point you really have to choose your spells on a spellcaster. And that would be a very interesting idea that would not do very well, because a lot of people would be really disappointed with that. Oh, congrats, Gwen. That's awesome. Sick. Kitava's a rough one. Man, I got smoked by that guy. That's nerve-wracking. Uh-oh. Oh, I only have 58 fire res. I didn't realize my fire res isn't capped. How do I fix that? Well, I don't currently have a way to fix that. It's a problem. That's why I took so much damage. Oh, we'll figure that out later. Wait a minute. That's how we fix that. Regal the belt for the fire resistance? No, I don't plan on doing that. There we go. Now my resistor capped. I get like cursed, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That was spooky as hell. Be expanded in interesting ways. Oh yeah. Well, again, also the problem with like pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons is that you're not supposed to be really efficient, because even if you're working together, it's a group of 6 individuals or 5 individuals or 4 individuals or however many individuals that are like doing an activity. And it's the same reason why like a video game based off of Dungeons and Dragons is always going to necessitate being harder than an actual like game of pen and paper, is because one, a game of pen and paper ideally should have a heavy focus on like story and or like imaginatory elements. Like if you're playing a pen and paper game, you could be like, oh, you know, I want to, like in the middle of combat, I want to look around at like the cliff face nearby. Are there rocks that are there? And it's like, how sturdy does it look? And it's like, well, the cliff face, you know, you look and it looks like, you know, there's some like rocks jutting out of the wall. It's like, okay, cool. Well, I want to use my fireball to hit the wall to try to knock out some rocks to bury the enemies. You could ask your DM if you could do that in your pen and paper game. And you absolutely can't do that in, like, a video game, because the video game doesn't have the specifics for that sort of mechanic. Just, like, a dev would have to program that, like, really niche circumstance into the game ahead of time. I'm not fighting this. I'm just going to ignore the mortar guy. And so that might never happen. And so as a result, you end up having these weird niche circumstances. But again, when you come to the video game thing, you have one person controlling all the mechanics. So you can do something like having, 3 characters cast buffs on one character to have that one character be really strong. That's something you can do in a video game that you probably wouldn't be doing on tabletop because, again, everyone's doing something different on their own turn. And so it's not really designed in such a way that you're supposed to be having everybody kind of working together in such sync, because that's not how real people would react in the real world, and it's not how the characters would react. Like, even if you think about yourself in, like, you gotta think about it in, like, the real situation. If you're an actual cleric in an actual place, would you cast all of your protection and buff spells on the fighter and then just hope that the fighter's not going to let you take any damage? Probably not. Like, obviously in tabletop, you can know that's not going to happen, but that's how it's going to go because it's a video game. But if it's, like, your actual real life, it seems sketchy, dude. Also, I'm, like, not killing anything anymore, any of the rares, which is making me nervous. I can only kill the non-rares. Is DR? Yeah. Whoopsie. Wrong button. Well, it's fine. Better than the alternative, which is death. Also lets me bank the beast goes.
What do you need now? I'm watching you.
Oh, I got another thing. Alright, cool. Cool. Oh, I'm 42. There's so much garbage in my inventory. I just don't know if there's anything I can even use in here. I have a bunch of bad boots, a bunch of bad gloves. I have like this helmet for 44 with a bunch of life, but it has no resist. And this character actually needs resist, unfortunately. Sort it out later. Yeah, I forgot what my freeze flask was, and I got a bit panicked. It was still just stuff I want to do max damage. Spell's got to be a muscle wizard. Got it. Yeah, strength increases your damage no matter what. Good idea. So like I said, I think that there's a lot of ways to evolve these systems, but it gets complicated really fast, and I understand why a lot of, again, designers, especially, when you look at the difference between how the video game is versus how the pen and paper game is, why there is such a, in my eyes, a huge gap between the implementation of those different types of systems. Okay. Now we're here, which is good. Go away. Go away, Thenamoga. I don't need you. Like, I don't do any damage, man. Fuck. I don't know what to do. That's something I've, never understood about like, Lightning Arrow. I just feel like I do no damage. I should swap to a different skill. Just brutal. Brutal. Might do that sooner rather than later. One downside is it doesn't work as well with the Roth's Reach, so that's the other problem. Is I kind of want to use some type of elemental arrow. Could use Ice Shot, I guess. I don't know. Using the Roth's Reach, yeah. Because I don't have like a real bow or a real weapon. My whole game plan was just to get to somewhere where I could farm out the claw, and then I could use the claw instead. I just don't have it. Yeah, I could just use a ballista totem, I guess. Need flat damage? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because I got the bow, which is 27 to 82 damage, and then it's got +2 chain, 70% increased elemental damage with attacks. And then I'm currently using the lightning arrow. Where are you? Lightning arrow, which adds lightning damage and fizz to lightning, and then I've got it with crit strikes, vicious projectiles, and Mirage Archer. The Mirage Archer is like kind of fine, but meh. I don't know. Maybe do added cold, something like that. I also admittedly don't have a lot of like damage in the tree either, which is also a part of it. So yeah. Ugh, it's a lot of like travel nodes as opposed to actual damage. It's
Yes.
not ideal. But yeah, replacing the bow would be a good idea. I don't know if I would want to get a new bow,
will be
but yeah,
remembered.
the goal is, as I said, to get the claw. I don't have anything else that's like interesting. I got the drill neck, which I could use, which is not super helpful because it kind of plays to the Ross reach. And I don't have anything else that like fits in here. Could go with a two-hander, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like the crit strike chance would be better though. Like I have 50% crit with the crit strike chance, whereas without it, I'd only have like 30%. And then I have the assassin's mark, which seems pretty good because it automatically goes off. So in theory, it should have like really high crit chance. But again, I don't know. Still figuring it out. It's a process. Yeah, I just can't get too precise technique. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're just going to level with skills. It's all good. Again, the only issue that I have is killing rares. Regular monsters die pretty quick. The problem with Sniper's Mark is Sniper's Mark makes projectiles fork. And forking projectiles don't chain, so I can't use the Ross reach. So I'd have to just, again, get a regular bow. If I'm going to spend a bunch of time trying to craft or get a regular bow, that seems, I don't know, counterintuitive. I could, again, it's not that I can't replace it, it's just, you know, if my projectiles stop functioning, that seems kind of bad. Sniper's Mark does seem like a good idea, though. Returning arrows support? Yeah, I could do returning arrows support as opposed to something else. I will say Mirage Archer is not doing what I want it to either. I have a bow. So this is a solo self-found Wizbit gaming. So in solo self-found, you can't trade with other players. Unfortunately. Yeah, ballistas seem like it's also the play. Yeah. Gauntlet. Please die. Stop having life regen. Yeah. Yeah, but you get to hit twice, which in theory... Because the thing is, as well, with the Mirage Archers, is that the Mirage Archers don't... I don't get any regen off of them. Yeah. Oh god. Go away, Calm. You're good. Oh god. Everything is fine. All is well. Yep. No problem. Yeah, ballista totems. Now that's an idea. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know the meta for dealing damage with ranged attacks either. That's the other part. It's a problem. I also probably don't need Herald of Ash and Herald of Ice. I could probably simplify this by using, like, Anger or something. And that saves me a slot. I probably don't need the Ice Golem, which also would save me a slot. If anything, I could probably just use Hatred since I'm mostly physical damage. And then get... so I could, like, get rid of the Ice Golem, put in Hatred, try to link the bow, and then get, like, a Ballista Totem set up if I really wanted to. I don't really need most of this stuff, although I do like the Precision, although I don't have a way to replace that. I mean, actually, I could get rid of Frostblink, but I really like Frostblink. Yeah, it scales with volume, I guess. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. It's fine. We keep going slowly. He posted something in the Discord. You got a Crest of Parandus? That's a pretty good item.
I am the wrestler, the Sword King.
Have you tried adding extra projectiles? I heard that's strong this league.
Yeah, it's true. Extra projectiles is pretty strong this league. It is.
In this,
Wait, your health? Your health isn't in the picture.
I care nothing for your past, only your future. And for that, you will have to fight.
Oh, over your head. Oh, sorry. I don't play with that setting, so I don't even think about it. It looks like, are you using a filter? Like, I understand. Like, or did you die? Like, what's going on? It's very, very low. Okay. Look, dude, I don't know what to tell you. There's like no data in that photograph. I need enhance. Good thing you lived though. It's a way better alternative to dying.
People of the gutters,
Hit the character sheet. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
for the slaughter is at hand.
Steal your gut, steal your bellies. Damn, I got the same boots. Nice. Maybe we could use traps. I don't know. It needs to level all the gems. It's so satisfying to do that. I love leveling all the gems. Okay, let's get some life. Let's get some life. Because I need some more. Because basically, I get the life here, and I get the crit. Then I come this way. Okay. And I get this crit. And then that's it. Then I have 100% crit chance. That's the amazing part about this character. And then with 100% crit chance, I can do a lot. And I can do all the cast on crit. But I just don't have 100% crit chance yet. And rooms like this, when there's like big packs of monsters also, my character is super duper strong because of all the chain from the Ross Reach. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's just single target is where the character sucks, obviously. If there's an effect in the tree that's like deal increased damage for every remaining chain, which you can do, but yeah. It's true. I can't do non-crits. Yeah, fact. Yeah. There's a lot of great, like, little, just fun visuals in this game. How's Gauntlet going? Pretty good so far. I died on my farthest reaching character, but I'm still alive on my second character. Again. Oh god. Go away, Shaggy Chewer. Death Soul, the Ironclad. How am I not hitting it? Oh my god. Even though I have my mouse over top of it, my arrows are literally, we're going in between it. That's the one thing I don't like about 2 arrows, is with 2 arrows, I can miss targets by pointing directly at them, as the shots will go around them, which I wish was not a thing that could happen in the game, but, you know. There's a question mark how many times, not if you've died. 6 times I've died. And yes, it is extremely rippy. There's a clip in there somewhere of my death. I just don't have it. It was very painful too. It was something that was completely unnecessary. It was basically like, I'm tired, and then I died. If I just stayed focused, I'd have been fine. But like, it is what it is. Ow. Bye-bye. Oh. Everybody dies. Ho, 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 ho. Alright, let me get the clip. Alright, this is my clip. This is my death.
A battle worthy of song.
Very sad.
The way you fight reminds me of how it feels to be possessed with the ideal of victory.
Is Summon Ballista Totem
Passion enough
a
to
red
climb
jewel or a green one?
We shall see. A king of swords is nothing if he cannot defend his crown. For honor!
Red, that's not good. Not good for me. It might be good for me, actually. Yeah, I got one shot. Yeah, I died instantaneously. That's actually maybe manageable. Let me look into that.
My lady.
Gotcha.
Oh, can you sing one for me too, Mervale? Something upbeat, please.
Ha ha! Shadow. So funny, so funny. Oh yeah, fractures. I have a pair of gloves. Not this one. Another one? I had a pair of gloves that was like a pretty strong 4-link. There it is. It's got life, resist, damage to attacks, which is not terrible, and the colors are okay. I wouldn't be able to put crit chance in, but I could have put a ballista totem. And I could put a ballista totem in here, and then do like frenzy plus mana forged arrows in here, and then put my main skill in here. So that could take some changes, but seems like it could be pretty good. I'd lose the rarity and the lightning resist, but whatever, it's fine. I don't think I need lightning resist. Anyway, bad fracture. I mean, that's a lot of spell damage, so it's a pretty bad fracture.
Yes.
He is a rogue. Actually, that's a pretty good pair of gloves. I might need it. You never know. You never know when you might need something. Because I'm going to die again and again and again. You go throw that extra one in there. Put that there. So the idea here is we swap this to a ballista totem. We go get hatred. Because hatred's pretty good. I think hatred's better than anything else I can do. Well, so hatred gives 16% fizz as cold and more cold, but like, if I don't have a lot of added cold, maybe it's better to just go with like anger or something. Which just adds flat fire, which seems like it would end up being better anyway onto this attack, and then go with that instead. So do like that, take off the Ross Reach, so Herald of Ash, no. I still want to keep Precision, Blink Arrow I'd like to keep, and no Herald of Ice, so we do this instead. And then this becomes Frenzy and Mana Forged Arrows. And then you don't need Power Charge on crit, and then you get rid of Life Tap. And then instead, you put down, you put Lightning Arrow, Crit Strikes, Vicious Projectiles, and then probably like Inspiration, probably. Just gives both crit and more elemental damage with the skills. Like Inspiration or something like that. And then in here, you go with the Ballista Totem. Then what do you put in the Ballista Totem? I don't know. I don't know what goes in the Ballista Totem. Oh, yeah. Where's the Ballista Totem? Protective Link, Flame Link, War Chief, Totem. Okay, maybe that's not it. Is it called Ballista? Was it a support? Oh, there it is. Ballista Totem support. Duh. Can +2 maximum number of Ballista Totems. So you summon the Ballista Totem. So you put the Ballista Totem in. And then you put in the range skills that you need. So, bow. You do Ballista Totem plus some type of elemental attack, probably. The problem with the Storm Rain or Blast Rain is that oh, so something like, I don't know, like Lightning Arrow or Ice Shot or something? High damage bow attack and barrage support. Yeah. I mean, so I guess I just do Lightning Arrow, because I'm, you know, the Ross Reach gives elemental damage with attack skills, which is pretty good. And so, like, that's 72% increased damage. So ideally, I would want to have something that also works with that. Yeah, I could do elemental hit. Deal no damage of the other element types. Yeah, because I don't add any direct... I mean, I do add a little bit of fire damage, but maybe that's good? I mean, I don't know. I do have 2 projectiles, so it'd be blasting that everywhere. And then you get barrage support. And... not Arrow Nova. Vicious projectiles isn't good. Faster projectiles doesn't really matter. Lesser multiple projectiles? I don't know. And then you swap that in for that. And then I look at what defenses I need, and everything is pretty good. Then you go here, you still have that. I have no idea if that's good at all. Let's find out. Wait, I can have 3 of these? This is going to be hilarious. Let's see how this works. That's the wrong way. Oh, right. They don't have any levels. They just instantly die. I have to level up the totems so they actually don't die instantaneously. Because the idea of summoning the ballistas is a great idea until they don't do anything because they die before they can even get a single attack off. So cool idea, it just doesn't work. Yeah. At least not right now. It will when I get some levels. So I'm just going to get some levels first. Go kill some stuff. And my damage is the same. Maybe worse. Oh, it's fine. But now I have ballistas, you see? That's the real trick. Look at that. Boom, boom.
Almost ashamed to kill it.
And they just die to the AoE. Oh, they die to the AoE. They just instantly get deleted. Isn't there like a ballista, like a summon ballista skill?
Trebuchets are the real siege weapon, not ballista or catapults.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing. Get a kill, dude. I mean, they look cool. It looks like they miss a lot, which seems to be the problem. Not like they miss as in like they can't hit, but like they just fire at nothing because things move around. Maybe barrage support's not the best way to do it. I guess barrage is good if it's single target, I guess. So like here I can be like, oh, go my ballistas. Or maybe I just need projectile speed. Oh my god, they also like, no, they don't miss. They only last like 3 seconds. Oh, it's because the attack speed is so low on them. So yeah, you probably do need faster attacks more than anything else. Just so that way they can actually attack before they disappear. Because the damage isn't even that terrible, but... Yeah, they're doing something. They just don't attack fast enough. So I do need faster attacks. Probably more than lesser multiple projectiles. That's probably the play. Yeah, the problem is they just miss. That's my worry. That was my worry about the barrage, is that they just miss because they kind of fire it sequentially as opposed to like in a range. So I'm not actually hitting multiple targets. So I think the answer is you go lesser multiple projectiles and then faster attacks instead. So where's faster attacks? That's down here. So we go here.
Yes.
Hello, faster attack. Oh, it's faster attacks. Lower level skill gem. Is that Act 1? I don't remember. I don't remember.
Hello.
Faster. There it is. So you go faster attacks instead. And also, it just occurred to me I can buy a level 9 elemental hit instead of a level 3 one. Throw that one on there. So now, in theory, the ballistas should be a little bit better. So we go back to the area. Again, this is me just fucking around. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm learning something. I'm learning. Okay, cool. So they, when there's any projectiles at all, they can't do anything. They get instantly wasted. So that's not great. For boss DPS? Maybe not. I think I can swap it, though. I can hot swap it. So I can have the ballistas out and then hot swap it when I need it. I don't know. I have the problem with the ballistas instantaneously dying to everything. It's like it does some amount of damage, I think. I don't know how this skill works. My main worry is that they're not going to be able to survive to anything, and so they're going to be useless. But, like, look at the damage on that. A lot of extra damage. It's almost free. It's because of the chaining that also helps quite a bit. Again, the consequence of using Ross Reach is just... am I not high of level? No, I'm not high of level, okay. Is that it's all about the chain and not the single target. Yeah, I don't know if Elemental Hit was the play, but it is what I'm doing. Alright, life, please. Thank you. Because my problem with the ballist or the barrage support is that it just doesn't actually hit anything. That's my main problem with barrage support. Is that they just miss everywhere. So if I throw the barrage support back in over lesser multiple projectiles, it's a cool idea, but then it's like if anything is moving, the monster's just like it just misses all over the place. They can't even hit one single monster. So that's why I'm like I don't even know how to deal with that. I guess maybe against bosses it's not as bad. I'll try it. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I have to about fight Piety, which is probably the hardest fight in the game, so... so far. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll do well against Piety, because the barrages can just... I can just dump it in the corner, and then they can bounce everywhere on the monsters that don't move. Unless the totems get, like, completely overrun, then it's a problem. But for the most part, Piety also doesn't move, so... should hopefully be okay, but we'll see. Also, in hindsight, I should probably use Wrath instead of anything else, but whatever, it's also fine. Ugh, wow. Look at that. Summon Ice Golem. Caustic Arrow? That's also an option, yeah. Oh god. Because yeah, then it can just dump poison everywhere instead. Which is doing reasonable damage over time. Make all the caustic ground. What did that used to be called before? Before it was Caustic Arrow. It had a different name. It wasn't Poison Arrow. Was it Poison Arrow? I think it was Poison Arrow. Been so long now, I can't even remember old Path of Exile. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's not the right button. That should not be where that is. Okay, so this is all bad. I'm gonna die. Alright, anyway, whatever. Here we go.
Do you assassins offer a money-back guarantee, Shadow?
I'm basically trying to just add control and make sure the ads are dead. I mean, this is going better than I thought. I'll admit that. Huh.
Well done, assassin. Another satisfied customer.
Huh.
It was...
Oh, I mean, that shit. That worked. Alright. Problem solved.
I'm working with piety. That sounds even stranger when I say it out loud.
It does sound pretty strange, Mr. Shadow. Okay, we're going on an adventure into the bowels of a great beast. Am I going on an adventure into the bowels of the great beast? I mean, we're already having the adventure and we're already in the bowels, so... Buckle up. Regular boss, regular and change to poison? Like chance to poison or something? Yeah.
Dissection time. Art in motion.
Oh, hello. I had my game freeze up. That was cool.
Art in motion.
And it's really frustrating that if monsters move even a little bit, the ballistas can't hit because they don't have enough speed. Okay, see ya. It's so bad. Oh my god, I don't have a solution to this problem. I don't have a solution to this problem. Everything is so dangerous. I mean, I guess if I had more health, it would be less of a problem, but yeah. Maybe for this boy, we swap this out. Because things are going to be moving. Like, when stuff is chaining, it's alright, but when it's not chaining, he just moves around. If I had a speed, that would be a different story.
You have murdered an artist.
I also find it interesting that I'm somehow not able to sustain my power charges. I can't keep 5 power charges against bosses because I'm not attacking enough. Because everything's just so dangerous. There's some flaws with this build. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is good. All is fine. Oh, Chaperone's gonna be like 1,000 times harder than anything else too. That's the best part.
I shall preserve your beauty for eternity. Such lovely material.
She kills my totems before they can do anything.
Such lovely material. Beauty shall prevail.
Oh god. She like instantly clears all my totems, dude.
Shall prevail.
Oh god. This is why I should have stayed with brands.
Beauty shall prevail.
Oh jeez. Sniper's Mark with returning arrows. Yeah, Sniper's Mark is also a good option, honestly.
Give in to grace.
I'll get her eventually. It's fine. She'll die. She is dying.
Slice away the ugly.
Like, against her, there was no point to even use the Ballista Totems, because everything just dies instantaneously.
For someone so obsessed with looks, that wasn't a pretty death.
It's crazy how much extra damage all the monsters deal. Like, you don't even realize it, but with like 30% increased speed and 30% damage and 20 Fizz's Chaos, it's so much extra damage. God, Doedry. I don't know how people, like, got through this so quickly and, like, borderline underleveled. I find this fight so terrifying, even on the regular game. I find this fight hard. Okay, come on, let's go. Hold on. Space, I'm focusing, This boss is really hard. I know it doesn't look hard, but if I get hit by anything, I die in like one hit. Oh my god, fuck. Okay, come on, get out of here. Go. Oh my god.
Oh, do stop, man.
It also occurred to me I should probably be using Wrath instead of Anger, but I don't have the sockets for Wrath. I can put them in my boots, but I need the movement speed to dodge stuff. Okay, this is fine. Alright, Malachi, let's go. I need the edge. Tire seat, but you only need the edge.
Now you and I will create the most nightmarish finales together. We're going to make your death really count for something.
Now, exile!
My ballistas. Ow. Fuck you, Malachi. Dude, I don't do any damage. Alright. Drop the ballistas here. Everything is fine. I don't even see Malachi. Oh, that fucking sucks. I'm dead. Okay, so that was not the play. That was not the build. Oh, I really wanted it to go well, but I just couldn't I couldn't figure out the damage portion of it. I felt like my character was just so slow and did nothing. Maybe I should have just trusted my gut and gone something different. I don't know. There's like a lot of decisions I could have made differently.
Cult of the Ocelot Sunday. Get your stream fix at the Megaplex.
That's the plan.
Explosions, monster trucks and all the stream you can handle. A $5 sub gets you an entire seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah, basically. Alright, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, I died. I just took a quick step away for a sec. Recenter, you know. Scream into the freezer? Yeah. Scream into the freezer. Exactly. No. I've just like I just am really tired today for some reason. I'm just like very, very sleepy. And so
Hey Strim, how's it going? Excited to see what your build does in maps. Never looked into bow builds before.
yeah, well, unfortunately you can't see it, but you know, it'd be cool if you could. What I was gonna say is I'm just like really tired today. I've just been tired ahead of time, but yeah. Can you make a build with enough life recovery on hit kill to overcome the incoming damage? Oh yeah, 100% you can. I just, like I said, I think I was splitting myself in too many different directions, and I don't think my build had a very solid footing or foundation. But I do have a different idea. So I have to get a character through. So I do have a different idea, which could also work. So let me save this. No, not quite. So I have a skill that I found. Soul Rend of Reaping. I wanted to make a character that used this skill. What it is, it's Soul Rend, except it just hits really, really hard. And it has 4% of spell damage, leeches energy shield, which is kind of cool. So what if you did Soul Rend of Reaping, still do a Shadow, but instead of going Assassin, you go Trickster, grabbing... yeah, you could grab like the Leech, grabbing the One Step Ahead, grabbing the Polymath because it's really good, and then either grabbing Swift Killer for the Frenzy charges or something else. But mostly this stuff. And then foolishly going Chaos Inoculation. You know, you grab all the shield, you grab like the shield on this, you grab like that, you go here and you grab that. I don't know where else there is shield in this whole tree. That's the other problem too, is then you need shield. Oh yeah, you gotta get the shield, so you gotta grab this. That's a lot of shield. There's like energy leech here, which is like leech per second, increase leech recovery rate. The recovery rate and leech per second, I also don't know. I got the death. Ah, perfect, thank you. And then yeah, you just kind of like slam a bunch of shield, and then put on a bunch of shield, and then you go all shield. Yeah. The square is. This is just because I'm clicking around. You wouldn't actually have this. You would not do that. Go something like that.
I like how you're building the monsters up, letting them get a couple hits in, build
Yeah.
up their confidence,
Yeah.
then hit them with Soul Rend.
Yeah, that's the idea. You rend their soul. You just take it right out of them. What level is Soul Rend of Reaping? That's not gonna help me. PoE Soul Rend. It is 28, right? Yeah, it's 28. So there's a level 28 skill. And then Soul Rend of Reaping. Yeah. It just hits really hard. So, yeah, something like that. And then, yeah, you just gotta get, like, a bunch of energy shield. I don't even know where it is. Where do we go here? Energy shield. Oh, yeah, and then you got shield here. You got the flat shield and the recharge rate, which you don't super need. It's not really that important. I guess, yeah, you could just do this and grab the shield, which ends up being, like, slightly better than just snagging all the intelligence. You also want to grab this shield as well. That's pretty good. There's shield here. It's pretty good. That's just a good node. Gotta love this. The old triangle. You can actually do that and just entirely skip out on this, which is kind of fun. Go, like, through here. Grab that. I don't know how you skip this. You don't really. That's a triangle. I hate that. Yeah, you do something like that. Grab the shield. I'm up to 150 shield and only level 48, which seems kind of good. And then to scale it, you need chaos damage and spell damage. You also want evasion as well to go with this. That's actually not as hard as you might think. Because that's crit, that's mines, that's elemental. You don't really need to go crit, but you can. Yeah, it's a lot of shield. Grab the shield. And then you can grab, like, increased evasion while you have energy shield. Because, again, you go CI, so you ignore, like all the chaos damage. You know, you're grabbing influence because it's pretty good. You're grabbing charisma because it's pretty good. Because, yeah, you don't need coordination. You could go the mana route here and grab the soul siphon. Maybe that's good. I mean, because coordination is just, like, a bunch of cast speed, which is, like, honestly pretty nice. Yeah, you don't really need any of this. You don't, like, the shield here would be pretty cool to get. And it's not even that far. You could go here and grab just, like, look at all that shield you could pick up. Grab the shield node, so you get, like, increased shield from a helmet, or stun is based on your shield instead of anything else. Get a thing. And then basically, yeah, you just need spell damage. I don't have any damage. That's the other problem. I mean, there's damage here, but that's not a whole lot. But yeah, then you can grab, like, spell suppression, which is really easy to get. You know, you want to have, like, probably a bunch of evasion on your gear as well, because you go, like, trickster. If anything, you could also get spell breakers, so you get 20% spell suppress, 10% spell suppression on full shield, and 50% chance to recharge when you suppress spell damage, which is pretty good. And then you could also get Wicked Ward, where you have a lower recharge rate, but your recharge rate is not interrupted if it began recently, which basically means that if you have, like, this, then once your energy shield starts recharging, it doesn't stop, which seems kind of good. I don't think this gets me closer to spell damage is the problem. That's the thing that worries me about all this. So I'm still not closer to spell damage. That's the hard part. We need the spell damage. Because you can get, like, chaos damage, which is here, but you have to get past this, which sucks, because you don't have damage over time. And all the chaos damage nodes that are just, like, flat chaos damage are over here, which is great. So, like, Heart of Darkness and all that, this would be great to have. You could grab, like, the shield here and go, like, all in on the shield. Just have more and more energy shield. Then you're, like, wasting a bunch of time going all the way across this, which, like, isn't very good. So, like, this whole route sucks. Yeah. You want flat chaos? Yep. Or spell damage. There's also way cheaper shield here because it's flat shield. So you can just be like, boom, boom, give me the flat shield. Oh, yeah, baby. Way cheaper. Look at that. 262 shield. I don't even have an item equipped. And then you just line up like a 4-link. So you go, like, you know, still go the Warden. And you grab the Oath of the Magi. And then you grab, like, an item, a chest piece for the, body armor of energy shield. Just straight, body armor of just straight energy shield. That just has, like, energy shield and energy shield. Nothing crazy. And then, boom, you're already at 4,000 from one item because it has no sockets in it. And this is just, like, just some mid-energy shield item. Because you get 100% extra from having nothing in the chest. Not including any other items. Or, like, discipline. You have the aura nodes, so you can pick up the extra aura effect. If I wanted to go crit, there's spell crit here. You can get the crit here if you want to go crit. If you do go this way, where am I going here? I'm, like, routing this out. So this is obvious. You go up this and you grab all the shield and you grab trickery. And then you go over here and you're grabbing the cold-hearted. You're grabbing that. You can grab all of this. You grab all of this. Yeah, and then you can come grab Chaos Inoculation and get shield everywhere. You just need to make sure you have energy shield on everything and you cast spells. You need to make sure you have the energy shield leech as well. You get the Wicked Ward. But what's better, going down or going up? I feel like you don't want to go this way. Because right here, you've got dual wielding, but you're wearing a shield every time. And here is the leech. And this leech is nice because it gives you damage while leeching. No, it's increased damage while on full energy shield. Never mind. Whereas this gives you spell damage, leech, recovery per second. Yeah, I don't really know that much about the recovery per second, but yeah. Stretching myself too thin? No. That's all good. Yeah, then you just hit people with Soul Rend. All the energy shield mastery. Suppressing spell damage. Looking good to me. This doesn't look good. This is bad. I don't want to do this. This is just not good. I mean, like, in theory, there's something there, but yeah, this is just, oh god, I don't like that. There's also no cast speed in here either, which would be nice. And there is some good cast speed nodes, like this cast speed node is pretty good. Down here you have this cast speed node, just cast speed and crit strikes, which is pretty good. And it's very convenient. So I feel like you just don't do that. And then I don't even know if you go crit. I guess you take that because it's spell damage. And it's got mana, and it's got intelligence. Intelligence is good for shield. And I'm already here. Area of effective skills, mana reservation efficiency, you don't need that. Mana on kill, thrill killer, it's unimportant. You get cast and movement speed here, which is pretty good. Go here, grab the evasion node and the spell suppression nodes if you want. Then you're like doing a big loop. And it's like, where are you going on the loop here? And this feels somewhat well, this doesn't actually feel that inefficient because you're taking a lot of like really high yield stuff as you're going down here. This seems okay. It's not my favorite, but it seems okay. But yeah, so then you go, okay, so chaos damage. Then you have chaos damage because this is just, I believe, just straight up damage. And then this is not damage, this is elemental damage. So you get like damage, and then a bunch of shield. Whereas this is chaos damage here. And that's like a reasonable amount of chaos and might be something to take. Like you definitely take probably like this because it's just 14% damage for 1 point, which is pretty good. And then this is chaos damage over time, which is not useful. Although chaos resistance is nice. That's just that chaos damage. This is spell poison. In theory, spell poison is like a neat idea because then it could poison with the actual spell, but you know, it is what it is. And then chaos damage is over there, and that's basically all the chaos damage. So then you have to go to spell damage. So you go spell damage. And you have spell damage while dual wielding. Sprite multiplier for spell damage leached as shield. I don't think there's any spell damage down here. There's that. No, there's this. Spell suppression. Spell damage 8%, which is low. Spell damage over here for the witch. We got spell crit. This is not shield based. This is using a staff. Yeah, so there's not a lot of like generic spell damage outside of like... Yeah, there's really just not a lot of generic spell damage. So you've got this, which is not terrible.
Have you tried a dual shield setup for those big Crete defenses?
Big Crete defense? I know. I should. Yeah, and then you go down here, you grab all this, grab more shield, pick up more shield, get more shield. The one downside is 20% of the damage is always coming through until you get Chaos Inoculation. And you're really squishy until you get there, so... You want to take basically Chaos Inoculation and Wicked Ward at the same time. And then you also get enough spell suppression, so that way, whenever you suppress spell damage, you start your energy shield. Because yeah, you do something like this, as opposed to the leech here. So then you're basically always recharging, which is also pretty good. Like if you get hit, you're recharging. Unless you get one shot like I did, which like, you know. Other downside is that there's no elemental resistances on this tree anywhere whatsoever, which is another problem. But you know what? That is it's a future problem and not a current one. Physical entropy, skill damage over time, skill effect duration, meh. And the skill leeches on its own. That could work. And then you get like what? Discipline. Shore up the defense. There you go. And then I don't even know what to do with Soul Rend. Cast when stunned. Added chaos. I mean, added chaos makes a lot of sense. Unleash doesn't sound terrible. You get cast multiples of it. Arcane Surge, Controlled Destruction. Let's like not use Awakened gems. Oh, Source Support gems, non-awakened. There we go. Oh yeah, you should put on like a generic wand. So you craft a wand. Again, something generic. So you go like wand. Grab like a spell damage wand, and it's got spell damage on it. Sick. So we have like a generic wand. So obviously those are going to be there. You get Unleash. Cast Speed. Added Chaos seems kind of good. The one hard part about this, and then there's like Controlled Destruction, so you get more spell damage. The hard part about this is even though you add a lot of extra damage from other sources, so that's kind of good. And if you get something where it's like, oh, add extra damage to the skill, because this can eat up everything. You can just add any damage you want to this, because it has 400% of added effectiveness of damage. The problem is, I didn't get like any damage out of the tree, which is like problem A. And I have no way to sustain the mana cost of it either, which is problem B. It's also cast slowly. I don't have a great plan for this. I don't even know how you do this. Also, I made a classic mistake, which is that you go and you grab Polymath for you get damage for each mastery you have allocated, and then didn't allocate like any of the masteries. So you're like, spell damage is lucky. But increased energy shield from equipped helmets, probably not terrible. You get the cast mastery, where you can get an extra number of seals. Intensity is also probably not terrible. So you get like Unleash has an extra number of seals. Regenerate 2% of shield per second. That's just good. You go life and get... I guess you can't have a life cost because that kills your character instantaneously. And then you have Invasion if you have Energy Shield, which is good. And then you get Evasion per Intelligence instead of Dexterity, which also seems like not too terrible. Yeah, increased Evasion, Energy Shield if you started in the past second, so you do something like that. And then you've got the Area of Effect. You can't reserve any life. Can't suppress spell damage if they all have evasion. You probably don't have that. Increased evasion if you have been hit. Cannot be stunned if you haven't been hit. I mean, honestly, that means you can't get stunned, which is kind of sick. So I don't hate that. It's not bad. Spend a bunch more points. Mana and mana regen on neck, and you can go Illyra if crit Illyra is also good. Yeah, this has no crit in it, so it doesn't do any crit damage. Does this have a thing where, yeah. 5 evasion per 1 energy shield on helmet. Oh, you're supposed to go evasion on the chest instead of energy shield. Oh. So you go like, I want body armor evasion. You throw that on there. So you get evasion and percent evasion. Something simple. You throw that on there. And that's where you get all the evasion and the energy shield. And then you get the energy shield on the helmet. And then you go helmet. And not evasion. Helmet. Energy shield. And you go like energy shield, energy shield. Again, these are just like mid rolls for both of them. Throw it on there. There you go. And that gives you the stats. And then you get this. So you get 100% increased evasion rating from equipped body armor. Gives you more evasion. And then you get evasion while you have shield. And this one, increased energy shield from helmet. So that makes sense. And then there you go. Is polymath for each damage type allocated? Yep. Is polymath for each damage type allocated? No, it's for each mastery allocated. So this character build has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 masteries. So it's 27% more damage because of that. Yeah, and you just allocate as many masteries as you can. But also, if you really wanted, you could go crit. And then get crit multi, and then swap out your gems instead of having crit here. Instead of controlled destruction, which gets rid of your crit, and do something else. But that seems also bad. Different type of mastery? No, it's just for each... It's just... Oh, different type of mastery? Oh, is it only for a different type of masteries? Oh, it's not as good as I thought. It's sort of 20. It's 20% of my damage though. But yeah, basically, that's the idea here. Something like that. Yeah, it doesn't affect the damage. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Only different types of masteries. I mean, these are both really good. 30% evasion while you have shield is good. Because then the character gets 269 evasion and 225 energy shield. Again, you have no damage and can't hurt anything again, which is the problem that I had before. And no cast speed, which is another problem. It's a pretty big one. You can get cast speed here, which is nice, but yeah, you don't have a lot of it. Also, you only fire one projectile with this, which is also pretty bad for clear. And it has no prolif. Yeah, I don't really know how to use the Soul Rend. That's the main problem. Unless you just, like, go brands, go over here, get Runebinder like a maniac, and then throw it into Arcanist brand. And then you just have the stuff coming out of that. But that's also a bad idea. Interesting problem. Yeah, it's 3,000 evasion rating just for that one point. It's a lot. I'm still planning this out. Again, it takes time to go through some of these, so it's like, you know, you gotta really work it over. The problem I come up with is like 34,000 is an extremely low number, and I don't really have any way to fix that at all. Mainly because if you look at the calculations, obviously I don't have a lot of items in here, but I have 34% increased damage, or a total of 176% increased damage, and 18% more damage from polymath generally, and then void manipulation for more damage, and then that's it. So it really doesn't hit well either. It's a cool idea though. I just don't know how you properly execute. Kill recently of 10% per second. Oh, 2% energy shield per second for each enemy remains killed. Cannot be stunned while you have shield. 40 shield per second. It's always Vile Bastion. You just do Occultist again, which ends up giving you more damage in the first place. It's the same build though, because you basically just go like through here and do the same thing. Just you don't start with this. Just skip that basically. But then you're not as fast, and you don't have the evasion, which is pretty good. The one-step head's really nice. Oh, I don't think any of this is a good idea. Spending a lot of time just staring at the builder, being like, what do I do here? What about a mine build? I've never used one before. The problem I have with mines is that you have to throw them and then you have to detonate them, which means when you throw them, your character dies. That's the problem I've always found with mines, is that you throw the mine and then your character dies because you have to throw the mine. I used to play traps all the time back in the day. Throw a trap. Those are different traps. But yeah, I have no mine experience. That's the other problem, is I have no mine experience, so I don't know what the play is when you use mines. Like increased auras from mines. Why are there auras? What mine aura are we talking about? I don't even know how mines work. Smoke mines? The clear answer, by the way, is just, you know, play Marauder, but I'm thinking it over. I do like the idea of the energy shield build. That's why I'm like excited about it. I do like the idea of it. Yeah, get like a spiked shield and get like energy shield. Call it a day. And you have like so much evasion and so much energy shield. Although you could probably do better if you just did a regular energy shield thing. The extra spell suppression chance is probably not as necessary, but that's my thought process. You get the extra damage while using a shield. They'll build Spectral Shield Throw. You could do Spectral Shield Throw. With mines use Skitterbots, they auto-set the mines. Oh shit, really? Alright. Let me see that. Skitterbots. Summon a Chilean's talking Skitterbot. They will trigger traps and detonate mines. Mines detonated by Skitterbots will rearm and then can be detonated again. The Skitterbots grant you more trap and mine damage, cannot be targeted or damaged. Huh. Interesting. It's kind of neat. Isn't there like a mine support? Instead of using this skill, you throw a mine that uses that skill and detonate it. Mines cannot use channeling skills. Support skills can generate base reservation equal to mana cost, base mana, and life cost. Support skills of blast detonation time deal 50% damage, deal double damage to enemies near to it. Blast mine gives your mines an aura. Oh, and blast mine. Wait, how are these different? Deal more damage for each prior mine. Which mine skill do you want? Do you want this skill or this skill? I guess you want Blast Chain Mine, because you want to throw multiple mines, right? And then you get this Skitterbots that trigger it. And you reserve mana for each mine that you summon. So the more mines you summon, it summons more things. And then, yeah, you get the mine passives. Mine skills have area of effect, but you don't need area of effect. That's unimportant. You can get crit chance with mines. I don't know what the mine passes are. Mine? Oh, there's the mine stuff. Mine damage. Mine damage seems good. Mine damage penetrates elemental resistance is not good for me. Mine duration. Crit strike chance with mines. Oh, yes. You go like this, and then you get mines cannot be damaged. So you don't have to deal with that. You can have 3 additional remote mines placed at the same time. Mines have increased detonation speed. Is a mine and a remote mine not the same thing? It says remote mines. So is that not a different type of mine? I thought they were all remote mines. And you had the detonate skill. Mine damage, mine duration, mine throwing speed, mine duration, so maybe just do that. And then you get area effect. Recover life, increased effect of auras from mines.
So, like, what are the mine auras? Each mine increased damage taken to enemies near it up to 10%. I think can have up to 2 additional remote mines placed at the same time. So how many mines can you have? Flash chain mine. Mines last 5 seconds. Word skills have a base mine detonation time of 0.25 seconds. Deal more damage for each prior detonated mine. So when you throw a mine, it throws out 1 mine at a time. Right? Trapped mine damage, which also seems fine. And then chance to poison. Pierce, slow projectiles. Mine. Swift assembly. Chance to throw additional traps or mines. Oh, mine field. Skills throw 4 additional mines. Sword skills have 3 additional remote mines placed at a time. Charged mines. Gain charges when you detonate mines. I super don't understand mines. Also, then there's like the actual mines. Pyroclast mines. Icicle mines. It's like a part of the game I've just never clicked on, ever, in my life. It's kind of weird. I never thought of this, but yeah, I've never clicked a mine before. Just stop and throw the mines in the minefield? You always have to stop and throw the mines. That's why there's throwing speed. Increase mine throwing speed per frenzy charge. Increase critical strike chance per power charge when used by mines. Huh. I don't understand how mines work. What's the lowest level mine skill? Mine. Smoke mine is 10. Icicle mine 12. Pyroclast is 28. Stormblast mine. It looks like it's level 1. It looks like you get it from Brutus. Okay, I'm just gonna go make a character and then click Stormblast mine because I have no idea how it works.
Body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession, the business of butchery. You have stolen many a life to fill your purse.
You stop and throw 5 minutes because you get killed. You're not used to it. Yeah. Again, I'm definitely not used to it. We're learning the process, ladies and gentlemen. We're learning the process. One of the better leveling skills. Yeah, like I said, I haven't used mine skills before, so we're gonna get a feel for it. And do a ton of damage. Oh god, don't die to crabs, please. Assign a detonate button? Yeah, I know that much. Because when you do smoke mine and stuff, you have to assign a detonate button. kill Hillock. He is default for detonate. It's my favorite spell. I don't know what my favorite spell is. I like a lot of spells. I like Divine Ire. I like Stormbrand. You can't have Divine Ire mines, unfortunately. And Divine Ire is not good for this league. So they're charging. Favorite leveling spell? I don't use leveling spells. I use the spells I want to use. Like, some people will just, like, level as one build and then swap their build later. I don't do that. I just play the thing that is as it's supposed to be played. I know it's not good for racing and for speed, but it's like, I don't know. If I like a skill, I want to use the skill. You know what I mean? There's also turn skills into mines. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, give me a mine.
Fine work.
Mine. Storm Blast mine. Gotcha. Okay, so there's the mines. You got Unleash support? Yeah, I gotcha.
The furnace down at the slaughterhouse. Yes, that's what this place smells like.
Instead of turning to face you and
It's
then
pretty fast.
swinging, why doesn't Hillock just swing his weapon around like a Shadarkai and kick your ass?
Interesting. That's kind of neat. Look at that. I just drop like 100 mines and then explode this person. Oh god, I don't do any fucking damage. I'm getting murdered. Oh god. And this is dramatically worse than just using ethereal knives to kill these guys, but it's an interesting concept. Yeah. Because it's like very low amount of damage, and you have to like stack them basically. And even then, they don't really do a lot of damage. It's like just to kill one guy. That's just to kill one guy. Oh, I don't know about this. Go. To be fair, it's not supported. Supported by what? It's level 1. There we go. I can't get like added fire, added lightning to this. Not sure I love the mine playstyle.
I saw Lion Eyes what?
You have bleed or poison. So let's say I put like, I don't, but let's say I put I have chance to poison. If I put chance to poison, I think it will only apply the 1 to 2 chaos damage on the poison. It doesn't apply the lightning damage that the mine does. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, because it doesn't really do any damage, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Take care.
I don't have anything with the proper links anyway, but poison is really good. Interesting. Is this a spell? Does this scale off of spell damage? It is a spell. Okay, so let's try this. So I get the spell, and you know what? I'm gonna be a madman. I'm gonna get 2. I'll get 39 mana. Sure, sounds good. We'll do that. Put that in there. You throw that in there. So now it's got chance to poison. So it does 2 to 3 chaos and it has 40% poison. And since we're already here at like level 1, we're just gonna do this and do that.
Take care.
Because I'm pretty sure I have lots of scrolls left. Give myself some extra breathing room. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, I don't have the other thing in. Whoops. There we go. I have the extra mana.
Get him out of here. I mean, it's not... I guess the issue that where it feels maybe worse than the other way around, or like than the other stuff I was doing, the ethereal knives, is just like the slowness of it. Oh, also the fact that they can destroy the mines is a problem. Oh wait, I have to press it individually? Oh, I have to mash the button. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of mashing. Like mashing the keyboard, because you have to constantly press detonate mines to detonate all your mines. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that's why I wasn't doing as much damage, because I wasn't mashing as hard. So something like that, where you're like throwing and mashing. Yeah, I need to mash harder.
Die!
There we go. Die, lady. Get mashed. I mean, this is going better than I've had against her before. Whoop. See ya. I mean, that wasn't terrible. It's like the slowness, though. It doesn't feel, like, very quick. Because you have to, like, place the mines, and you have to wait for the enemies to move into the mines, and then you have to, like, you know, kind of maneuver them into the mines. It's like, yeah. It's not terrible. I just don't know how to properly use it. The other thing, too, is it doesn't really work with the soul rend that I would want to do. And the main reason is because the soul... Like, I couldn't use the mine with the soul rend because the soul rend does the leech effect, and the leech effect is kind of like the big part of it, and so the mines kind of go against that, conceptually. But it's cool that I killed her. That's kind of sick. Yeah. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I also think Ethereal Knives plus chance to poison is better for the beginning. Like I said, it's definitely really cool. Also, the mines can be destroyed, which is a problem of the mines. Is that you can have your mines get annihilated by enemies standing on top of them, or like by attacking them. Yeah, I feel like mines are not a bad way to start for sure, because this is working. Imagine if you catch your favorite spell from a mine.
I'm impressed by how much this place wants me dead.
What spell would I even cast? I could cast Stormcall. Stormcall mines would be interesting. It's basically just Storm Blast, but worse. Because mines also make it so spells deal a bunch less damage, which is also weird. Flat energy shield. I also have, like, a lot of energy shield stuff, because I have the baited breath, too. Die, zombies. Oh, God.
Freeze!
Stop breaking my mines, jerk. I mean, he is dying faster than usual, because I can just dump a million mines underneath him. It's kind of neat. I have to kite as hard and just whip the mines. Go, my mines. I can't tell if he's destroying them or not. It's hard to say. That's kind of neat. Yeah, the mines are really cool. I will say, I've never played with this playstyle before. I don't know how much I super like it, but it is really interesting.
And I guess you get swift construction or whatever it is, where you get to throw extra mines at the same time, and then you also get the skitter bots, which also activate your mines. So you just throw the mines, and the skitter bots are running around activating them quickly. It's a neat idea. I mean, I'm down to try this for the first little bit. I don't know where else I get like the different mines, but yeah, see how it goes. I still like the idea of doing the energy shield build, so I think I'm going to do that, but this is not a terrible start with the Stormblast mines. Because they do a reasonable amount of damage, and they do have reasonable scaling as well on here, so like the 130% effectiveness of added damage from the mine. So if I get this with like a lightning damage on hit or anything, that's like kind of good. Like, yeah, added lightning. Or here, spell cascade, infused channeling, volley, swift assembly. That's the one. Yeah, swift assembly. Is this blue or green? This is green. Okay.
Farewell.
So then you just get the 3-link. That's blue, green, green, because I don't have anything else.
Goodbye.
Excited for the release of DDO2 in 2035? No. I wish. That I would be excited by that, is more what I was saying. Not I wish that it would happen. I wish I would be excited by that.
Farewell.
You wait from the detonator mines, you can manually do it a second time for double damage? Yeah. They didn't do any damage a few minutes away? Yeah. But again, I needed more time to explore around with it. I'm okay with the idea that I might make a flash judgment, and then that judgment is also incorrect. What's the level on this? 4-link gloves for level 13. Okay, okay. Yeah, because I want the mine plus the swift assembly. I think that's kind of cool. I can't use this yet, obviously.
Welcome.
But there is there's a 3-link right here that I could use.
Stay
And it's got energy shield too.
Yes?
I can go over here and I can buy a belt. It's got energy shield. There's an 18. Whoa, that's pretty good.
Goodbye.
Then I probably have boots that have energy shield. Or move speed. Speed? Yeah, I got these for 16. I got these for level 6. Those don't have shield on them. And I got these for level 36, 34, 16, 27. A lot of move speed items. And attack speed, apparently. It's kind of neato. Satin gloves. Yeah, I feel like the swift assembly is probably better than the chance to poison. Because in theory, if you get the 3-link, then you just add in like added lightning or something. Oh, this is clarity. It's level 10. It's level 8 still. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's see how it goes. Mines versus Roas. Oh boy. Again, the total volume of damage scales up really fast. I think there's also like the learning curve too of like, okay, this is how this works and this is what this button does and this is how you do this. So okay, we get the evasion and shield, and now we get this. Let's look at the shield anyway. That's good. Die, bastards. Oh, I can detonate while holding the button. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. You can detonate while you're holding down the throw mine skill, so you can like detonate and throw at the same time. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. And now we level up the Stormblast mine, so it's doing a little bit more damage. Yeah, you can just constantly blast them. Obviously, you want to stack up a few before you blast them, because the stacking up a few increases the amount of damage the monster takes, to take more damage for each mine that you have underneath you. But that's kind of neato. Fuck you guys, explode. I don't know why they're not aggroing. Maybe they just don't see the mines. But that's great. Oh, and the goat hide buckler. I like the mana though. Alien throwing? Yeah. I should probably be moving around. The problem with moving around, though, is if you get distance from the Roas, they charge you, and if they charge you, then you die. Because they basically stun lock you, so you gotta be really careful about that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Admittedly, works much better than I was expecting. Use a shield. But it doesn't give me damage, though.
With every death, I live a little bit more.
I have an energy shield I will use in a little bit, but for now, this is pretty good. Look at the damage, dude. Look at the damage. Wham. Does with the poison? Yeah, it would give me more damage with the poison. Oh fuck, that's not good. That's very not good. I might be able to beat this. Why does it keep killing monsters that are around the boss? Holy shit! I killed the boss of the fucking mud flats. Holy crap. Oh, Orb of Storms. Interesting. I get Orb of Storms like really soon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get Orb of Storms right now. So drop the Orb of Storms and then use the mines. Interesting. Yeah, I get Orb of Storms literally right now. And Frostblink.
Stay sharp out there.
So does Orb of Storms strike for each time I detonate a mine? Interesting. Okay, that is something I would not have expected. Yeah, I can do Orb of Storms, and then we get the Frostblink, and then we put that there, put the shield in, get the Swift Assembly, Stormblast Mine, chance to poison, talk to Nessa, get another chance to poison on the
Goodbye.
Orb of Storms. So the Orb of Storms also poisons. And then, oh yeah, I can just use the mana one so I have more mana. So then I can go like... Okay, that's a lot of damage. Poison mines? Because of just skill volume? Is it throwing the mines that triggers the skill? Or is it the detonations that trigger the skill? I think it's throwing the mines that triggers the skill. Yeah, it's throwing the mines that triggers the skill. Okay. That's still interesting, because you throw very quickly, and especially if you get increased mine throwing speed. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is I have the arthritis, so I gotta be careful about the button mashing. It's just, this is very effective, so that's why I'm like, you know, it's pretty impressive. Actually, I can test this. No, I can't. I need a creature. It's throwing. It's the throwing that does it, not the going off. I mean, hell, it still works. So that's kind of cool. I've never used any mine, or like these mines. This is kind of cool. Maybe I'm a miner now. I must be mining. Yeah, I've seen the Hexblast mine builds. Because I guess the trick to Hexblast Mines is you just have like a curse aura, so it can't actually be removed from enemies, and then you just use Hexblast Mines, and you get into melee range, and you blow everything up. And you use like Despair on a Blasphemy. And that sounds good already. Just like what I'm saying, it sounds good. So. Don't go into the water. That's a bad idea. Oh, I was like getting stunned. That's not good. Oh, it's because this doesn't have always go without moving. Dude. Oh, I'm frozen. Ooh! Freeze is not good. But neither is that guy. Get fucked, idiot. Okay, we're good. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Doing the crab at level 6 on the Danger League. I am on the Danger League, right? Yeah, I am. Okay. I mean, the damage on the mines is really good because of the volume. So that's very interesting. I do like that. I like the fact that the damage is very high because of the volume. But yeah, I assume for Hexblast Mines, you would get, like I said, you use Blasphemy, and then with a curse, and then you would do exactly what I'm doing right now. I just blast people. Although, except without the Orb of Storms. The Orb of Storms tech is like really, really cool. It's kind of interesting. Oh, that's what it was. It was Shrapnel Ballista. Hey, you get Shrapnel Ballista. You slam people with that. Oh, and you can get Sniper's Mark already? It's level 4? Well, I didn't know how early that was. There's so many skills I didn't even realize were that early.
Take care. Mm-hmm. Be well.
You do temporal chains? Oh, really? Why do you do temporal chains? I guess to make it safer? Fire, resistance, lightning, armor, whatever. Sounds good to me. Here's a lot of my builds from 320 are still good. Just use explode the entire screen. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the fact that my character's like suddenly very defensive, which is cool. Or like very offensive. Like the flat volume of damage is fantastic. The downside, of course, of a build like this is just like the general movement. You're obviously a little bit slower because you have to like stand there and cast the things and you have to use the mines to have them explode. But when you have to kill something, you get to kill it, which is very cool. That was something I've been lacking with the other characters that I've played. So assuming if I get tanky enough, I could just do mines instead. I would worry about the mines because you don't leech off of mines, but then you also can ignore elemental reflect. So maybe the answer is you still just go life with the mines. Oh my god. It's the Orb of Storms is just doing it. Yo, what's up, Kentos? How you doing? Yes, I died. Thank you for asking. Oh, you went to bed. Dude, I died twice. I died level 40 or on my witch, and then also last night at level, or just now at level 44. Lightning and shock resistant? Damn. Okay, get him. He's dead. Nice. On yellow maps? No, on white maps. I wish it was yellow maps. Okay.
So I have to decide, am I going to try to do the Soul Rend thing? Or am I just going to go Mines because it seems powerful? I think the answer is I'm going to try to do the Soul Rend thing. I'm going to use this to level till I get there, till I get to 28. No, I went into the core. I still haven't made a thing for the clips. I have the death clips. Yeah, I do. Soul Rend mines? No, they're not going to be... I don't want to use mines. I got to be self-cast somehow. Either self-cast or I trigger it somehow. Cast on crit, cast while channeling. Cast 1 damage taken. And those are the deaths. Let me get this. Let me just save this here. Try again. This is interesting. What, the death? Yeah, I was alive and then I was no longer alive. It was pretty rad. Not gonna lie. Like, there was a time where I was alive and then I stopped being alive really fast. I was gone. Disappeared. I had never existed. Yep. Oh yeah, it was great. Get him out of here. Chance to poison support is leveled up. Oh, sometimes you throw out like a bunch of mines. Kinda neat. Yeah, it was a bad time. That's okay. Get through it again. I have learned something, though, which is that I think I actually really like hardcore solo self-found Path of Exile. Because, like, this obviously is really challenging, so there's a lot of danger around every corner. The monster's really dangerous, everything does a bunch of damage. So you gotta be really careful about what you're doing. But, like, I don't know, man. It's just been really fun to, like, figure out my own builds and try to clamber together gear, and then also having, like, that risk factor hanging over your head. Yeah, it was just all 5 projectiles landed on me at the exact same time. It was not good. But, as they say, it is what it is. I died. It's fine. Get out of the way, bastards. The Goat's Horn adds flat damage, which is probably not that bad with what I'm doing. I need the skitter bots. Give me the skitter bots. I wonder if I can level high enough so I can have the skitter bots before I do that. Maybe don't evade them all. Those are spells. So I needed spell suppression. I had 100% spell suppression, so that was me taking half damage. Because I reduced all spell damage by 50%. Yeah, evasion does not work on spells. That's why they added spell suppression, so you could evade them. They used to have a mechanic called dodge, where you could dodge spells, but it was too powerful. Dodge and spell dodge. It was basically just better than evasion. And so they got rid of that, and that's why they got spell suppression instead. But there still is phase acrobatics, which allows your spell suppression to apply to spell dodge at half of value, and it caps at 75%. So if you have 150 spell suppression, you don't suppress any spells, but instead you dodge 75% of them. Which is still a useful idea. Because if I had that effect, I would have lived there. So maybe it would have been a good idea to actually go get it. I don't know. Spell dodge.
That's okay. Is everyone still going with the character? Everything's still going. Well, this character anyway. I have some ideas about what I'm going to do to fix this problem. I need some better life flask, I'll tell you that much. Which I have, fortunately, but... Against bosses that don't move, this skill is fantastic. Because I can just keep whipping mines. And eventually, the number will be so high that they'll just all start exploding. Gotcha. It's cool how it stacks up. And it makes it so minions take more damage when they're near the mine. Again, kind of cool. It's a cool setup. I'm level 9. I don't know how that happened. I think it's because I've actually killed everything. What class? I don't know. I'm still deciding. So I have a skill called Soul Rend of Reaping. And Soul Rend is a damage over time effect. So it's like you shoot out like a set of projectiles and they just deal chaos damage to enemies. It's not quite a poison, just deals a bunch of chaos damage. Soul Rend of Reaping, on the contrast, is a Soul Rend that doesn't deal any direct damage. Or sorry, it doesn't deal any damage over time. Instead, it's just a big hit. It just hits and deals a shitload of damage. However, it also has lifesteal on it, so it gives you 4% of the damage you deal back as energy shield, which is pretty cool. And since I have that, I thought maybe I could use it. I could get it and then, like, do something with it. Which is what I want to do. But again, it's going to be a bit of a wait and see. But yeah, so that's kind of like the idea that I had was like, oh yeah, I could use this like Soul Rend thing, which would be kind of cool. And if I did that, I'd want to be a trickster. But I don't have... I don't really have a great plan for how I want to do it and how I want to go about it. So it's a lot of like... It'll be a lot of figuring it out as I go. Kind of putting pieces on and putting items on and, you know, working it out what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, it'll be a slow process, but that's currently what I'm thinking about. Or there's this mine thing, and if I stick with the mines, then I could go Saboteur. The problem is, I just don't know how the skill actually feels, the Soul Rend of Reaping. So I want to like get it and use it, so I can like click it and see how it feels. So I'm just gonna go with my original plan, and then we'll back up and see how things are. Oh fuck me! Stop killing me! Get exploded by mines, jerks! Mines, get them! I see why you would want more area of effect for mines as well, because like the explosions are kind of small, but if you scale up the AoE, it's pretty good. It's why I guess you can run like Occultists and get the AoE per power charge and scale a bunch of power charges and get a bunch of the AoE per power charge like charms and then blow up entire screens with Occultists with mines. Or Elementalist with the Occultist passive, if you can afford it, from the gem. I mean, it's working. I think she's using the currency and spending years on the trade page. I agree. That's why I'm actually having a lot of fun. It's like use all the currency, figure out what you're going to do, and then go with it. So I'm actually having a lot of fun with the solo self-found element of this. Like, again, the downside is not being able to trade, you know, with your friends. But, again, that was the whole point of the private league, where we could just trade uniques and other stuff we found together. So, yeah. Yeah, trading is an annoying process. It also kind of changes up how the game feels, because it makes everything you find less special. Because when you're playing on trade, if you find a cool unique item, then you can't, like... It's like, you don't even think about using it, because you think about the trade value. Or, like, if there's a cool unique item, and then you find it, well, it's, you know, I could have just bought that from somebody for basically zero. So what's the... I don't even need to hold on to this. If I need one, I can just buy it later. And it just, like, kind of devalues a lot of the things that you actually pick up. Iron Point, the Forsaken. I'm not taking actual damage. Just going into my shield. I mean, that's kind of cool. Last epoch. Yeah. I'm gonna be playing the solo self-found version of Last Epoch, not the trade version. Now, granted, it means I can still play like trade with friends. So like if I play with somebody else, we can still trade items, which I think is cool. So that I'm happy about. But I'm not planning on doing like the full trade. You can trade any item with any person sort of deal. Or storms it? Yeah, but I have to get in a melee range with that. That's the scary part. Like, go and get in the melee range with the boss. Dude, the boss is scary. Okay, good. Why is the ground burning? He's dead. Nice. Whew. Good though, but I enjoy the challenge of getting all my own stuff. Yeah. The hardcore element makes it kind of fun because it means like if you get an item and it's valuable, it's like really valuable. So like if I get, like for example, I don't have the Roth's Reach anymore. It's just gone now. So like if I wanted to make another character using Roth's Reach, I can't. And so I have to like make sure that every resource I'm using appropriately. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not hardcore, but yeah. Yeah. I kind of do like the stress of hardcore. It's fun. You never know what's going to happen.
Theopolis Prison's a child's playhouse compared to this. They sure don't make them like they used to.
They sure don't make them like they used to. That's right, Mr. Shadow. Self-found restrictions. Sometimes team play can be fun limiting trading with folks who were there with you as a fun restriction. I totally agree with that. Yep. It's one of the weird Diablo 3 Ws is when they added that. So it's like, yeah, when you trade with people who are physically in the same space, you can like trade and exchange gear and whatever, which is not how the game, or like, yeah, that's like the thing that they added later, and it's like kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool that they were like, they had this idea ahead of time. It's like, yeah, you can only trade with people that are physically or next to you, and you're like, oh man, that sucks. What about in Diablo 2 when I could trade anything to any of my friends? And it turns out, you know what? Maybe they had an idea that was really good. Actually being able to trade things with the people that are there. Again, I do wish it was like there was a way to like, you know, bind to like a friend or two friends, so you could trade anything with those two people, as opposed to requiring like making an entire challenge league or something about it, or like making your own Path of Exile private league. I should be using my whole skill that I designed for this, huh? Whoa! Stone of Lazawar. I mean, that's really good. Does this use cast speed? I don't know. Dude, the Orb of Storms does so much damage because of my cast speed. That's so dumb. Look at it. Look at the damage. Keyboards. There is 1 page of Assassins, but 8 pages of Tricksters. Yep. Yeah, my Assassin died, unfortunately. It was big time sad. I was upset about it. I should probably get life. Is life here? Yeah, I should probably go get the life. Well, that's farther away. There's the mine stuff. Good strike chance for each mine detonated recently. Each mine applies auras. Aura effect. Effective auras from mines? I don't... Is aura effect mean that this does more damage, or this is the applies increased damage taken? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where I get today. We'll see where I get today. I'm not 100% sure how I feel, but yeah. I will say, it's like the it's making me realize how much fun it is to just generally play hardcore solo Southbound, But this challenge with all the extra like difficulty slows down things by so much, and especially with the extra damage, it's brutal. Yeah, but I don't really have any orbs of regret, so if I want to like the problem I have with grabbing all the mine nodes is then I get the soul ren, and then the soul ren is going to feel bad because I didn't have any of like the more universal stuff, and so then as a result, the soul ren will feel bad. So then I'm going to want to just play the mines anyway, and I don't even get to properly test it. Yeah, if you just rip to the softcore of the league, that would be very different. I agree. Any regrets with side quests? Yeah, it's not that much. %37 shock? Oh my god. That's dangerous, man. Get shocked, jerk. God, this guy's a lot of health. I was doing a lot of damage before. Now it does not feel like a lot of damage somehow. Explode. But yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, it's just the pace of this game mode is so much lower than like the regular game because you have to be like way more careful and everything takes way less damage. Everything does more damage. It is, you know, not generally how I play the game is being that careful about this stuff. So usually I'm a bit more of a risk taker, but yeah, you can't be as glass cannony and you need like millions of defenses. You got to be uber careful. Which is like, yeah, not always as fun. Sometimes it's fun, not always as fun.
Just tuning in.
Yo.
What's the quick overview of what's going on? I'm
Okay.
familiar with Poe.
Got it. So, Durocan, welcome back for 2 years. Appreciate the support. Hope you're doing very, very well. Thank you so much for tuning in just to see what's going on. This is the Zizaran Affliction, our Misery Gauntlet. So, what is that? Affliction League is the current league. The Gauntlet is an event hosted by Path of Exile streamer Zizaran in conjunction with Grinding Gear Games and many other different companies who are sponsoring the event. The event is host to a whole bunch of prizes, both in the form of cash and also cool cosmetics that you can win by performing well in the Gauntlet and adding yourself to different pools. Why is it? So what's the deal with the Gauntlet? It's hardcore solo self-found. It only runs for one single week, starting on Friday. And it has the following modifiers for the campaign. Monsters deal 30% more damage, monsters are 30% faster, monsters take 30% less damage, monsters fire 2 additional projectiles, monsters damage penetrates 15% of elemental resistances, and monsters deal 20% of their physical damage as additional chaos damage. So as a result, everything can kill you, everything moves really fast, and you do less damage to everything. And so it's also solo self-found and hardcore. So there are prizes for people that do well, which is very cool, but it's also extremely hard. You earn points by completing different things. So for example, each level you get gives you 1 point. You also get points for beating endgame bosses, among other things. But the majority of people struggle with getting through the campaign because it's insanely difficult. I have died twice, or I've had 2 major deaths, and both times were like just brutal. Once I got completely deleted in maps, and then the other one was on my next character. Immediately after that, I got deleted again by Yold Malachi. So that's what's going on. Makes me want to pick it up again. I will say, I definitely did have a lot of fun on the first day and the second day. This character restart is not quite as fun as, you know, even like restarting last night.
Tree of skills and gems and armor, and you're saying the monsters getting a couple buffs is hard?
Well, it's not like really hard. It's not like, you know, building a bridge or something. Like that's like probably really challenging to do. This is just like, you know, for in the scale of the video game, yeah, it's pretty hard. Haven't played since around Harvest? Yeah. So the game is hard. This is challenging. Where the fuck is Brutus? Where am I going? I'm like so lost. That's why I'm being very careful and going slowly, because like the monsters hit really hard. And there's lots of weird effects that like add on to that. Like the fact that because the monsters do 30% more damage, I just got a 30% shock from getting hit by one skeleton. Or like Brutus up here does 30% more damage and 20% fizz as chaos, which is multiplicative. So he ends up doing like 60% more damage than normal,
Yet reeks of thaumaturgy.
which is great. So you get hit and then you die. I can probably get one-tapped by Brutus. See how it goes. I got some speed. I got the Stone of Lazawar that I dropped. Who will win? Me or Brutus? He's also faster, which is fun.
Your frightened heart echoes from these stones.
If I just keep dropping these mines on the ground, eventually I'll get them. Just gotta stand here and mine them.
Let me embrace you.
Stop it, Brutus. Go away. Go away. Oh god, he's so fast. Oh god, my health bar.
My loyal Declan.
Why? I don't ever want to do that.
Piety, your absolute support and watching.
Shut up, Dominus. Shut the fuck up.
There is much to learn from the likes of the Inquisitor, the Umbra, and the Soulless One. I would hate for Piety to feel that she need shoulder such perilous wisdom alone.
Okay. That's not what I wanted. That's the wrong button. Okay, good. I blocked. That's cool. Oh god. Okay, this is not good. Okay, very good. I know. I'm dodging the wave. I know that the wave kills instantly. Okay, it's almost dead. He's almost dead.
Come.
Oh, wave. Oh, wave. Go, go. Escape.
Come.
What a jerk. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he would, like, run all the way up to me.
Come.
Nope, go away. Oh, God damn it.
Places to stick a blade.
Anyway, there we go. Easy. Video games aren't hard. Nice, good Brutus kill. Yeah, everything is scary. Every boss is scary. Every monster is scary. Everything is so fast. The thing that gets you is you don't realize how fast everything is. It was actually funny. The monsters lose their move speed when you go into white maps, because it's only for the campaign that they have the movement speed. And going into white maps and then encountering monsters that are much slower and then slowing them, because I was playing Bane at the time, so I was slowing everything with temporal chains, and watching the monsters move around at normal speed but then also get slowed. It felt like I was playing in slow motion. It was so bizarre. I should sell this too. Item I don't need. Yeah, the mines are doing pretty good. They're all right. I had some damage here. I got some damage here. I got damage and damage. So it's like kind of generic. Again, I can get so it looks like I can have 15 mines baseline at a time, which is kind of neat. And then, yeah, there's increased area of effect if you have detonated mine. Area. So I could get the mine area to make it a little bit more convenient since monsters move so fast. I could do that. My plan currently is to go here and pick up the intelligent or the energy shield. And then kind of move over here towards the chaos inoculation. Because the chaos inoculation knocks out like 30% of monsters' damage, which is pretty good. The downside would be that I would actually need to have energy shield on all my pieces and have, you know, the ability to actually have enough so I don't die to everything, but meh. Also, then I wouldn't be able to use life potions. The damage is pretty crazy, though. It's kind of neat. Have skill from Darklight? Oh, good idea. I didn't even think about that. Skill from Darklight. Hey, bub. Yep. Unearth Siphoning Trap. Withering Step. Smoke Mine. I mean, that's a mine. I don't really need clarity. I don't even know what Unearth does. Fires projectile that pierce through enemies and impact the ground target location, creating a bone archer corpse where it lands. I've never pressed that button or even seen it be used.
Farewell.
I've traveled inland. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I need life. There's life per kill here. There's life here. I think we're just gonna go this way. Grab this. Seems fine. Whatever. We'll solve these problems as we get there. I think for the most part, everything in the first act should be pretty straightforward. And I'm not sure how I feel about this compared to, like, Ethereal Knives. Because, like, the single target feels good when you blow everything up at the same time, but outside of that, it just feels, like, a lot slower than Ethereal Knives, which is, like, run forward and attack, whereas this is, like, kind of back up and kill stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, geez. Another pack of magic monsters. Oh, God. Die. Die. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, everything is fine. Video games are good. It's good. Video games, dude. Question Isle of Dread. Near the shipwreck with the griffins, I spotted a ghost. It's popped a message asking me to say something, but then disappeared. What is this? So the shipwreck with the griffins, I don't know much about that. It's weird because there's an optional chest that's there that actually does have a chance of dropping. It does drop dinosaur bone materials and other stuff, but it's not a. Yeah, it drops dinosaur bone materials, but it is not a. Like a rare, and it might be a secret. There's also, like, it might be part of the secret finding that people needed to do to actually, like, figure out everything for the raid. If you didn't know, Isle of Dread had all these secrets with the Vecna involved, and so people had to, like, do some digging. I might have been a part of that. I will personally admit I didn't spend a lot of time exploring all of Isle of Dread. Like, I looked around. I did all the rares and stuff, and I found all the spawn locations, and I helped with the maps, but I didn't find everything.
I'm usually the one making the ghosts. Someone's been busy.
It's fine. Imagine if they did a race like this on Ruthless. That'd be horrifying. I always wanted to do, like, an Orb of Storms style trap, where you, like, throw a trap that then spawns an Orb of Storms. That does something, but never ended up doing anything like that. Like a door in Last Quest in Feywild? Interesting. Did you have a screenshot? Did you take a screenshot of it? I'm not really familiar with that, but that does sound interesting. Oh, this way. That's freeze. It could kill me. What are the odds that this strongbox freezes me? Didn't freeze me, but it did revive nearby monsters from the dead. I wish the mines like exploded faster. They explode really slowly. Tried to read it instead of screenshotting it. Wanted me to slash say something, but then disappeared. Well, do you remember what it said? It said it wanted you to slash say something, but do you know what the message was? Because I might be able to help you with that. Because all of the secrets are posted on the wiki in the raid document thread, so it might be something to do with that, or asking about a name. Or do you remember what the ghost looked like, or what they were wearing? Again, I'm trying to like work backwards here. Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to be back to business as usual on Monday. Because, you know. Ghost of a chance and it had 0 text in the name? Weird. Yeah, I've never heard of that. That is a Three Barrel Cove reference. I don't know why they would have left a reference to Three Barrel Cove. Oh, uh-oh. No, no. Live, please. Oh god, everything hurts. Uh-oh. Whew. Orb disappears after 13 strikes? Oh, interesting. The orb only casts a certain number of times. That's neato. You can't just, like, infinitely spam it. That's interesting. I didn't realize that was the case. Go. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, what does Wicked Ward do? Less recharge rate. Because that's recharge rate. And then that's less recharge rate. I'm just still thinking about builds and ideas and stuff. I'm trying to put all the pieces together about what the best way to go about this is. Oh god. I mean, obviously the answer is Saboteur, but still. Interestingly enough, if I do decide to go Saboteur, and then I randomly get the Blade Blast, I could just play the Blade Blast thing as a Saboteur, which would be really funny. Be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna play a Shadow, and then do the thing that was posted on the, like the build that was posted on the forums or whatever. Let's get up here.
Stuck my. Please understand.
Please understand.
It pains me greatly to do this. Hard times call for hard hearts.
I can just use the Orb of Storms to deal all the damage, which is very interesting. There we go. But yeah, it's a lot of mashing. I find that, like, when you do use the detonate, it doesn't detonate all of them for some reason. So, like, if I have 15 out, I guess it does detonate all of them. But does it go faster if I mash the button? Yeah, it goes way faster if you actually mash the button. So you really want to actually mash all of the buttons as fast as you can, because then it's, like, going to be detonating more in the chain. Yeah, so you definitely want to be mashing more buttons. Okay. Something I did not realize. The mashing and how good it was.
Fairground.
The StarCraft APM going? Yeah.
If you must.
That's a idea.
Venom Gyre, Volatile Dead, Essence Drain, Blade Vortex, Reeve, Voltaxic Burst. Also, always wanted to make Voltaxic Burst work, but I have no idea how to like think about using it. Even if you're like I guess yeah, you could do the same Arcanus brand, but yeah, it just seems like it's a bad skill. It's a neat idea that just seems kind of bad. I've never seen anyone make a good Voltaxic Burst skill build ever, and I every league I look it up.
Path yet?
Oh no, I haven't considered it. That's a good idea. Volatile Dead. I don't really think I need any of this stuff. I guess Icicle Mines. I can try this, see how it feels in comparison to the other mines that I've got, because that is also it's a different mine. So Icicle Mine to replace Stormblast. So it's so it's like all projectiles, I guess. So it shoots out a bunch of projectiles. That's neato. And they deal cold damage. Additional projectile for every 2 prior mines detonated. Each mine applies 50% increased critical strike chance to enemies near it, up to 100. Oh, it's an increased critical strike chance to enemies near it. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And if you mash it, I assume that because you start several different sequences, it goes faster, but then you get fewer projectiles actually going, which makes sense. Same thing with here, because it's in the sequence. Except that's at least near it. Okay, so how did I come here? I want to talk to this character for a reason. Oh yeah, Blade Trap uses your weapon. I forgot about that. Venom Gyre, Siege Ballista. You die again? Yeah, I died again. Oh yeah, right. The rings. Sapphire ring. It's got some good stats on it, so we grab that. And do I have another sapphire ring? I got another one. Mana, hold to attacks, and nothing. So we'll just do the 10 life. That seems pretty good. So I lose a little bit of life, but I gain some other stats. Seems good. But yeah, I did die again, unfortunately for me. I agree. I think that would also work better. Blow them all up. Get out of here. I might even be able to do a 4-link on the gloves, which would be kind of neat. But I won't have the right colors. God, I feel so slow. Want to stack up enemies to see how much of a Chad he is. Yeah, that's it. That's why I'm dying. Yeah, it's a huge problem. It's just my massive ego just gets in the way. I can't even see past it. Oh god. Oh god. It has Crackling Lance. I forgot it has Crackling Lance. Oh, it destroyed all my things in one blast. Okay, cool. This is a tough boss. Nice. Nope. Fuck you. For those that don't know what Crackling Lance is a skill that gets narrower and narrower the more you use it. It's like a big wide area, and then it gets narrower. It has built-in Intensify, basically. Intensify is a skill gem that does that exact same thing, so it gets stages of intensity. I actually really like Intensify. I think it's a great skill. Lets you go from... It gives you increased AoE, and then it transitions into increased damage. It's very convenient for, like, mapping and stuff. Oh god, the explosions. Given how much damage I took from all that other stuff, I'm very scared of how dangerous Merveil's gonna be. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm kind of nervous about this.
Because she's pretty good at destroying mines. Because she has a lot of AoE and a lot of passive AoE. And then it's like, but you should have taken the passive so she can't destroy your mines. And like, yeah, that's probably true. It's probably a good idea. Oh, good. It's the other daughter right there. Do I want to go take a gigantic risk for no reason and try to fight that monster? Nah. Oh my god! Run! Abort! Abort! Oh shit! Oh my gosh. Terrifying. Oh god. Get out of here. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Nope. None of your stupid risk. I won't deal with that. Oh, okay.
At last, I have so much I wish to share with you. This is life's
Why is she shrouded in smoke? Oh, good. So she destroys all my mines if I stand on top of her, because she drops the rain of ice on top of herself. Oh god. Oh god. Oh jeez, it's so slow. It's so slow. Each mine is doing like a 0.1% of damage. Like, even if I detonate all 15 underneath her, it barely does anything. That's amazing. Oh, God. Oh, now there's the ads. Oh, no, she's regenerating. Please don't get your shield back. Ugh. Oh, fuck. No. No. Oh, I have cold resist. Oh, God. I'm out of flasks. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Sir Robin? Yeah, that's me. Holy crap. Yeah, Portal Skull's a good idea. Max cold? I'm pretty sure I have that. Yeah, I have 62. I don't have anything else that gives cold resistance. I guess I could craft cold resistance on something? Let me see here. Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, I could just craft it on the gloves, I guess. I need it to be magic. All right. So let's not get a suffix. That's a suffix. Let's not get a suffix. It's got a suffix. All right. Let's roll it off. Nice. I can craft just cold res for level 12. Nice. Cool. Cool. So now we've got capped cold res. And in theory, that should go a little bit smoother because I'll be taking a little bit less damage. It's actually a surprising amount less damage. It's going from 62, so I'm taking 13% less than I was before. It's not nothing, but it's just less. Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten that. Okay. As long as you keep the Orb of Storms on her, she's always going to be taking damage, which is good. The problem is she always casts it when I'm right underneath her. So I can't, like, the mines get destroyed. She casts the fucking thing. Like, sky falling thing. Just cast it when I'm not with you. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Now I can drop the mines on her. And we're good. Okay, great. Phase 1 down. Oh god, the whirlpools destroy the mines. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, fuck. I froze. I was frozen. I was frozen.
Consecrated path.
Rip Frozo? True! Yeah, it was frozen. Man, I'm freezing up over here.
Alright. Well, that's good enough for me. So, that's good enough time for me on the Misery Gauntlet. I said this before, and I'll say it again, which was, if I don't have any noticeable progress by Sunday, I'm going to stop doing the Gauntlet. And I've died on all my characters. So I have done what I can, and I think that's good. I think it's good for me. Good luck to the rest of the people who are participating, and to any of you who are still going. We'll still probably talk about Path of Exile, but I had a lot of fun, by the way. I'm not, like, quitting because I'm mad. I just do want to take a break and not to do this anymore. But I had a lot of fun while I was doing it. That intense fight with Kitava was just fantastic, where I'm just focusing so hard. That was great. I really enjoyed getting learning a lot about the bow with mana forged arrows, experimenting around with mines. So it's been pretty fun. But yeah, I'm done. I want to take a break, and I don't want to do this anymore. Ugh, it's challenging, man. There's a reason why most people don't do it, and why even a lot of people who died high level, they'll die once and then it's like, all right, I'm out. Like, what's his name? The best delver in the entire world, Rudy Freefall, has already quit because he's like, yep, he died twice, and he's like, I'm out. So, 8 characters, that's good enough for me. And since I'm not going to be playing this game anymore, I'm also going to take a bit of a break, actually. I'm just not going to turn off the live stream. I've been feeling a bit little off, and I'm very tired, so I'm going to be just coming back tomorrow, bright and early, nice sunshine, get lots of vigor, so it'll be fine. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some rest and sleep well. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourself and had a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow on Monday. So yeah. I do also sometimes use the look at the YouTube comments, but yeah. Sometimes. So we'll see. I try to read the YouTube comments when I get the chance, by the way. Just the problem is the chat box fucking sucks so much shit. So the problem with the YouTube chat is that the actual chat box itself literally has stuff on the chat box that obscures the chat. So even when I pop it out so it's always visible, it's just garbage. If I can get a third-party program to actually view YouTube chat, that would be great. But yeah, we'll see.